we're live. And I don't know who has the rights to it or what song that is. But StreamYard does. You can go ask them. Now, where the hell are we going to start at? Let's. I want to see if my desktop effects actually goes through. Yep, my desktop effects go through. That's great. Now, where do I want to start? Yeah, I want to start at Michael Burns' critic because I want one fresh drum. I'm tired of this bum sector stuff. I start here. The algorithm just dragged me in because I've been watching Michael Burns' content. This is President Sunday Prime, and I listened to this on my way here, and he was critiquing Michael Burns for being a plagiarist for not following Harvard's citation standards on YouTube. Are you kidding me? You know where you are right now? You're lucky to get a citation for anything. I mean that intro song, I have no clue what it is. But it's the rights are clear. Rights are clear. I have no clue what it is. But see, since StreamYard already cleared the rights to it, it's fine. Oh, Greens bounce boy. Jack Talcott is an actor. Dusty's a scammer. Yeah, that's interesting. I want to know what I am though. Right. In fact, I'd rather label Talcott's a scammer because life coaching's a scam. If I had to, Dusty's just doing it for entertainment. If I had to call anyone a scammer, I would say it's Jack, but he doesn't. He didn't get his practice off the ground, so it's hard to say. But life coaching's a scam. I told him that to his face. You can't coach life. There's too much stuff for any one person to know. What I have in the back. Hey there, Kaizo. What's my AI? IQ. I guess computer test says like 120. The last real one was like over a decade ago. They're playing golf. I don't think their score is valid. They didn't spell my name right, so I'm not even sure if their score is valid. None of you real. Well, what do you mean by real? He's not a life coach, though. He's a life coach. Well, all life coaches are life coaches. That's my point. All life coaches are life coaches. Life is too complicated to have coaching for that in general. You need to have a specific skill to coach. Now, what I have on the docket. Yeah, speaking of citations, I want to go over Landry from Marmon Loss again, criticizing the machine lives for making citations. You get on YouTube, you can't do anything right. You cite stuff, you're wrong. Don't cite enough stuff, you're wrong. Yeah, you can't do anything on YouTube. And it's weird. I'm gonna go back to President Sunday Prime again, real quick. It's weird that he's targeting Michael Burns when there's so many other people much worse. I mean, you throw a dart. you can find a channel that's not citing stuff, and you try to hold Michael Burns to Harvard standards outside of Harvard. You're confused. So let's go to someone else who's confused. But yes, much like Landry, I will have to. I told him to his face, he's just trolling. He's just trolling. He's complaining about the machine lies making citations, citing his sources in conversation. He's been academic. Of course, he's used to doing that, and it's probably a good thing since it's all kinds of slops coming about. Holding people to citations, citing what their source will help you know if it's legit or not. I actually had talked to Tarek a few months ago, T Reigns, about the issue terms of service he got from a chatbot that didn't actually cite that wasn't the real terms of service. We can prove your reason sound. Of course, I can prove it's sound. In fact, that we get. I'll put a link to other people before they can distract me from getting to the point. I shouldn't call them distractors. Let me go back and pin it too. Should be a pin for my analytic tab. And no. I gotta decide. But I'm not really worried about Jack Talcott, other than the fact that I'm going to destroy him when this debate does come up. We finally do this no secrets surveillance debate. I'm going to destroy him if no one helps him prep. But I know he's too arrogant to prep for anything. And you know what? It worked for him. Not prepping worked for him so far. Well, kind of. But I strongly advise him to actually prep. Now, where were we? Yeah, this is the right spot. So Landry, this is the Machine Lies on Landry's show 2 days ago, talking about having an actual conversation.
If I can restart,
it's kind of. I'm still hearing it.
You know, we have someone. Actors, lepers. Yeah, we can have him. Hello.
Hello.
Are you
Hello.
Browns? Are you Browns boy?
Yeah.
All right, you can stay. No, wait. But yeah, you're saying who
Okay,
those other
obviously.
guys are. I want to know what I am.
I haven't, at this particular moment, I don't think I have you pinned as anything. You're kind of a floater. I don't think I think I've been seeing you less on the LARP panels if I'm being honest. So I don't know. That's the hard thing about it is you have to keep watching, and people switch up all the time. So I don't have like a board yet where I have people's names on it. but I'm getting to that point.
Well, I do, but it's not public information, in my opinion. It's a secret. But yeah, I don't have to
Wait.
watch all that stuff. I always most of these people are predictable. I'm not concerned about AI. I'm concerned about intelligence. Does intelligence exist? And it's hard to tell if it's actually that much intelligence, or people that act as a hive mind, or just I don't know. But I plan to find that out.
I mean, I would say Landry is like a LARPer and an actor. I'd say that for about a lot of people, like Dusty. Like, I mean, I'm not trying to actually just start a bunch of shit here, but
No, I am. Go
um,
ahead. If we don't start, I will.
um, I have to get a list together because I am going to make a scammer website, and people who are actually scamming are going to be on it, and their associates are going to be on it, and they can deal with it however they want. There's gonna, I already told you about it, so I got to quit talking about it and just do it.
No, you can keep talking about it. What I want is to start. Might get a loan and start selling rugged computers on eBay. I found out that this one takes not an NVMe. It actually takes a SATA M2 drive. It's going to be here today. So once I test this out, maybe I'll start an eBay store. But yeah, I'd like to have an ad space or record or whatever you have on your scammer website. So you can sell units. I don't care. And actually, that's a big issue. I think someone did a parody of what's his name, CoffeeZilla. Someone did a CoffeeZilla parody, and the thing is, yeah, you could go and expose someone, but if they're going to just make money tomorrow, what's the point? Congratulations, it's a pat on your back. So if you just expose people and it doesn't make a difference, then oh well, your society's fucked.
Yeah. I mean, dude, but like CoffeeZilla, he exposes like some hardcore, like lifelong scammers that aren't gonna stop regardless anyway. So they could just change their names, So yeah, I
But
don't
if you
know.
don't change your
I
name,
don't know.
just keep doing what they're doing. It's because unless they're so big that they're not big enough they're too big to fail and get arrested, they're just it doesn't just no one really cares that much. All you can do is use your own discernment.
Let's put it this way, dude. When I'm done with the website, Dusty's gonna have to move to Romania if he wants to keep scamming.
Romania doesn't have the best banks. I mean, you move to Ireland at least.
Yeah, but Romania has really lax police and laws on scamming.
So does the United States. If I was honest, so does the United States. The United States is pretty lax in scamming already. Freaking car shop had my car for a month, and I was checking twice a week, every week to see the repairs. And they said, "Oops, I lost. We lost it in the papers." So, I ran and reported them to the Attorney General of the state because they really they're not getting their papers together. But the United States is very lax in scamming overall. I mean, Comcast, my ISP, hires Indian tech support scammers as tech support. And it's the American from monopoly. So it's not we don't United States isn't hard on scamming at all. So you should consider moving to the United States if it's not already there.
Yeah. Well, since the car thing is a business, they have like certain protections that make their scams less noticeable. Whereas if you're just like a person, like you might be a bigger target, like if you took your car to a place that I don't know where you might have taken it, but if you took it to like a shop.
It was Car Shop Pittsburgh,
Yeah,
a car dealership. But
oh
guy was
man, I can't
fired,
believe
and they said, "Oh, we lost the papers and the paperwork, so we didn't know if it was repaired or not for a month, even though you were checking twice a week every week."
Yeah, I've always known to not go to car dealerships to get car work done on. I don't know if that's something you've been told, but dude, they're like 2 to 3 times more expensive.
Well, I had a repair contract.
Oh,
Yeah, I have a repair contract, but they didn't follow the contract because they raised an assumption that they couldn't follow through on. So that's why they got these. You guess they jabbed by the attorney general for not paying attention to just literally just not paying attention. So
no, that makes sense. Yeah, with the contract, it makes sense that you would go there. But once that contract's up, dude, there's some good people around that'll,
I already had another person lined up to do it. It's just the dealership was paying games with me because they can afford to, and we need to make sure they can't afford
exactly. Yeah, I get you there, man. That sucks. I can understand that. Yeah. Yeah. Let's see what kind of video you have here lined up. I think I saw some of this, but yeah, this is gonna show. From what I remember, this is gonna show Landry just doing whatever it is that he does. Whatever label anybody wants to give it, other than truth, is gonna be accurate.
Yeah, I mean, I like Landry. He's changing the scene, and I guess it's overall it's positive. But he is an egomaniac and a troll. But still, he's better than the old stuff. Like he's like a snafu who's smart. He doesn't break TOS all the time by threatening people with graping them. He's like a smarter snafu.
Yeah, Snafu is actually smarter than him with the English language. I actually noticed that recently.
Yes. Well, here's the thing. We're talking to YouTubers. Yeah, I mean YouTube people. So it's wise to dumb it down like Trump does, just to get your point across. So just because you have bigger words, it's probably not appropriate to use them in most company.
Yeah. Well, from this video, I mean, we haven't watched it yet here, but I do remember, like the whole thing is like Landry goes, "Oh, I just want to have a one-on-one, just a real conversation." And then it's like, dude, he doesn't listen at all. He makes shit up. He forgets the shit that he did say. And I'm not trying to make fun of him because like he could have an actual mental deficiency. Which it puts me in a weird position because I really want to make fun of him a lot, but if he's actually mentally handicapped, then it takes the fun out of, like, I don't know, it makes me somehow take him more serious. But then he doesn't even take himself serious. So
the only mental deficiencies that he used to be a pancake planeteer, which I think you currently are, so it's not really that big of a deal. I guess you could call it neurotypical syndrome. He's not an autist, in my opinion. As far as I can tell, he's not an autist.
Really?
Yeah, I don't think he is.
Not an autist.
He's more careful with stuff in general.
But I think he pretends that he understands words, and then he admits that he doesn't think before he speaks. Those are two autist traits, I believe.
They're not, because I think before everything I say. He's closer to what
Well,
Jack
you
is.
do, because you don't have a deficiency in wanting to. Okay. Well, I don't. I'm not trying to put him down. It's just like, yeah, let's just watch the video or something.
Yeah, let's go.
I don't know if that's okay. I think that's me. Yeah, sorry, that's me. Yeah. Yeah, I'm sorry, that was me.
Let's speed this up too.
Yeah, I think he left the studio. He's gonna come back in. Yeah, that was my fault. Sorry about that, guys.
Okay.
Yeah, that was actually me. I'm sorry about that.
Oh, it was you. Okay. All right. So yeah. So I've heard this a lot. You know, I've heard people say,
I can even show you the videos where we attacked each other. I still have them. You know, they're still on my channel. So I still have the videos where we all attacked each other. Right? Snafu attacked me. Right? Flow State attacked me. Right? Snafu and Flow State attacked me. Called me all types of names. I had a fight with Lindsay Smith and Cynthia, and then we made up with all of them. You know, I made up with Flow State, and then I got mad at Flow State again. Or he got mad at me, or this is just recent, right? So then then OTW and Paul and Slave started supporting me. This is all very recent, right? They never supported me in the past, right? They just started supporting me just recently, like literally as you showed up. So maybe you're attacking me, won them over to my side. See how it works, right? It's kind of a strange dynamic here, right? I'm not sure what the politics are either.
Yeah. So bear with me here. I'm having a weird audio issue to where it's fucked up for me, but it's not fucked up for the stream. So it sounds good on that end. And this keeps happening, and I'm not sure what the fuck it could be. But so yeah, I hear you're saying the same. Everything's happened before. This has been done before. The hate brings people together sometimes.
Right. So I can show you clear examples of like of how I attacked Flow State, and then we got back. How I attacked Paul Enslaved. How they were attacking me. With Cockboy Hotline, and then they changed. So it's all crazy dynamics, right? So I just stay there doing my show, right? My topics are a little different, right? And sometimes we talk about philosophy, sometimes we talk about politics, sometimes we talk about theology stuff, right? And then sometimes we talk about conspiracy theory stuff, right? And it's been labeled sort of the doomer show or whatever, right? But so yeah, there's a lot of doom and gloom topics, right? There's a lot of doomer guys, on the show or whatever. So it's a little bit darker than the rest of the shows, but generally we stay out of the drama. See, the people on my panels, they don't usually go around to the other panels, right? So
I do realize that, but what this creates is a situation to where people are just so they look at it black and white, not drama, and then nobody's criticizing each other. To when we should be able to criticize those who are next to us.
Yeah, I can understand that. Yeah, I can understand that.
Okay,
yeah.
So you see what I'm saying?
No, I don't think I don't think it's a special type of show.
Yes, yeah. Here's your chance. I'm doing just that, Landry. So hopefully we can respond to this together. Now where are we going?
At all that can't be criticized the same way as a drama show. No, you could definitely criticize my show the same way you could a drama show, and definitely people have. So yeah, it's not different in that way. It's just different in terms of style, right? And the people involved, right? The people don't generally go and participate on the other panels, right? So it's generally just different faces, right? You'll see from Orthodox Guy to Flow State to your show, right? To Gabe's show, right? To OTW show. You'll see a lot of the same characters, right? They don't ever go on my show.
There's a different circuit, but they're panel walkers too. They're different. They're in different circuits, but most of the machine license people are panel walkers, but just in a different circuit, including myself. But that's very Comcastic of you. I'll be here for the next couple hours.
Right, like Paul and Slave never comes on my show. Right, OTW has been there once.
But that's false. Paul Enslaved came on the Machine Elijah show when we had the Father Sladen. Because I remember I was there. I'll go and look. I'll keep this play and I'll look it up because I can prove Paul was on the show.
Right. So none of these people ever participate on my show. I believe Snafu was banned from my show like a long time ago, right, for attacking Hank O'Flamio. Right. So I just banned him straight up just for attacking Hank. Right, because Hank is a regular participant on my channel. Right. So I said anybody who attacks Hank, right, just gets banned. And there still are people who attack Hank in our community, and I have to deal with them.
Snafu, you're still technically allowed on my show. I know you're afraid, but you're actually not banned. Yeah, if I had to guess, if I had to bet, Paul's actually been there more than OTW has. Yeah, Bounce Boy says Paul's been there, but I think Paul's been there more than OTW. If I had that bet,
right? Because they're my friends and Hank is my friend. We're gonna have to mediate between Hank and these people, or, so all sorts of stuff happens. But generally, if you go in my Discord, right? And, of course, you're invited to go in my Discord, right? It's open. You've been there, a couple of times. I don't even know if you're there right now, right? But yeah, anybody's allowed in there, and you'll see the cultists and the zealots, and the people who are religious and the people who are non-religious, the Buddhists fighting the Christians, the atheists fighting the occultists, the Christians fighting the witches. It's all crazy shit. And of course, I have to mediate between all sorts of crazy radical groups of thinkers, and right, because it's just like, sometimes people don't see it the other guy's way, right, and you have to sort of help navigate through the situation. So it's a lot of work communicating with hundreds of people at a time, right?
Sure, but do you remember? I guess it's my same issue with OTW, to where we have some sort of conflict or whatever, and the way you handled it just makes me totally. It's just total opposites. The way that what is your reason for wanting to bring in so many other people on your behalf in that heated exchange that we had about the debate that you did on Andrew Wilson? Like, what's the point of sending people on your behalf?
I don't.
As far as I'm concerned, that was a handicap. He's putting a bunch of weaker people in front of him so he could prove your worth. So as far as I'm concerned, he was giving you a handicap, giving you a chance. He's not giving you a chance this time.
I don't think I used any more people than you guys did.
I don't ever send somebody to talk on my behalf.
You had an entire panel on flow state there. You guys were talking. So
what are you talking about? What do you mean an entire panel on flow state?
You had an entire panel on flow state. You guys were talking negatively, right? So I had a panel and I was responding to it. So what's wrong with that?
We agreed that we could work at a moderator. You could have picked a moderator for all I cared. It just clearly, Hank, we could have done. It needed some sort of, because you even went backstage at a certain point, and even that, what's his Avian Buddha, where he's going to come over, and it seems strange to me. I mean, I don't know anybody who.
Well, Avian.
I think TMO sent me to, what's his name, the LDS guys panel a long time ago. He doesn't send anyone anywhere anymore.
Buddha's an expert on that topic that I talk about, right? So if you want to debate that topic, it would be clear that there's tons of people who go on my panel regularly, right? And I don't think you and Flow State did a very good job just debating the people who come on my panel.
Say that again. You said they did or didn't do a good job?
You guys didn't do a good job debating the people that come on my panel regularly, who correspond with the topics that I talk about all the time.
Well, dude, we try to agree on a format.
I know you guys tried, right? But that's not the point, right? You guys attempted to debate those topics that I regularly talk about on my show. You attempted to make me look like I don't know what I'm talking about, right? Which is fair, right? It's fair to do that, right? But when you couldn't even debate the people that are the panelists, right, that correspond to those topics, then it looks pretty like the critiques that you would be able to offer, right? And I did have a sort of a debate with you on OTW, and the audience did decide that I won that debate.
I said it myself too. I agreed.
Right. But it's not about winning and losing, right? That's not why I do this. I didn't do a debate with Andrew Wilson so that I could win against Andrew Wilson, right? That's not why I did the debate, right? I did it because I think the topics that we were talking about are not really that well known, right? So when I brought you guys over to the panel, right, we focused on that topic for pretty much 3 hours. Right, so I thought that was a highly successful stream, right?
What's your measure of success?
I'm focusing on the topic.
That's it?
Yes.
Okay. Well, if that's your, sure. But I thought it was very chaotic. I mean, this is an easier way to engage. I think that for me,
sure,
I believe it's
yeah. No, I like this way. I like this way that we're engaging right now. I do believe that this is a less chaotic way to engage. But see, you're looking at the context of the situation where you guys were already on a panel with tons of people that were already talking about the situation, right? So when I brought up a panel, right, obviously first I was alone, right, and then Reddington and Avian Buddha joined, and they're not really much for words, right? They're not really like panel people or like great orators, right? Really, when Rand and Pinoid came, right, that's when we had like the big talkers in the room, right? So they watch my show all the time. They correspond with the issues on my show all the time.
Rand and Pinoid, Bunnycrest and Pinoid, they could talk, but they aren't great orators. I would say Reddington and Avian Buddha are better orators because they think before they say stuff, so they don't contradict themselves all the time.
right? So I thought they did a fair job representing those issues.
I mean, yeah, especially Bunny Christ Grant. He's out ad hominem ad hoc arguments. That's all he has. Which is why TML personally had to correct him on the Bible.
Right. And I think you guys, attempted to critique those issues, right? You guys definitely did, right? So, you got a chance to critique those issues. You took a swing, right? You may have missed, you may have hit some, right? But you got your chance, right? This is the result, right? The result is, you got what you asked for, right? You came to the Machine Lives to debate technology, and you got a debate about technology, right? Several of them. Yeah. No, sure you did. No, sure you did. What you experienced with Rant was not a debate in your mind.
No, of course not, dude. He wasn't debating me. He was fucking.
Then how? Then how come at some point you couldn't say, well, this is not fair, right? This is not a fair engagement.
What would you respond to that? What would anyone say?
I would look. I would think what I'm thinking right now, that your guy.
I would tell Bunny Christ, like I have told him multiple times, cut that crap and get to the point. Or cite the source. Is that making crap up? Or don't talk for me. That's what he likes to do. That's what Bunny Christ likes to do. He wants to talk in second person. No, stick to first person. Freaking don't say what I'm going to say for me. Or you just go play with stock rappers like King Steven.
Hey, with the family, right? I'd like to be your friend, right? You're probably, trying to make some money in the world and stuff like that. I have nothing against you, man. I don't think anything bad about you right now. So I don't know what you want me to think, right?
I don't want you to think anything. I just want you to
if you brought about this entire situation to make me think something of you, that's not how this works, buddy. I don't have any opinion of you.
I don't need you to. I mean, that's the thing. Even talking about it is for me a waste of time. So, because right now I'm just trying to get to the roots of your thoughts. I still don't really understand what you mean. I mean, that day was pretty wild and crazy.
Well, I don't understand what you mean either. Can I ask you a question now?
Yep.
Okay. When you brought me up here, right? Mm-hmm. You're saying that I have loyalty to OTW and the situation that you're showing the clip on the panel, right?
Well, the reason I brought that clip up was because, he brought up how he wants to run you through the AI, make you do the AI. Oh, he's so excited about the AI. I believe that if I would have said that, or about others, you would have said, well, I don't know about that. Fuck that.
Okay.
Fuck the AI.
Okay. So you're saying.
Yeah. OTW is fools for trusting a chatbot. It's just dumb. It's dumb in my opinion. You don't trust a chatbot. And after the stuff comes out of that bot, you have to edit it. The editing is really, really important. Because you never know where that stuff came from. So the chatbot's good at just help you brainstorming. It's very good brainstorming, but if you want a good product, you have to do a lot of editing, even after that. So also it's a very big slap against copyright. So I can support that.
I'm being sympathetic to the AI. Okay, so now I get what you're saying, right? So I absolutely was not excited about his plan to run me through the AI. There's no way I was excited about that. So if I was showing a hint of excitement about that, I retract that excitement. I'm not excited about that on the whole, right? Cage did that, right? He had an AI thing. By the way, my position is not that nobody should use these tools. That's not my position at all. That's not my position at all.
Use it, yeah.
No. There's three positions or whatever, right? That we talk about on the show, right? Right. That I talked about the first time I had the conversation with you, right? Right. So you look at the system as an interconnected whole. Okay. So in that system, right, saying that there's an interconnected global system, right? So there's three options, right? Either the system will progress the way it does, right, or it will collapse. Right. Yep. These are the two options that that Uncle Teddy mentions. I won't say the name because I don't want you to get demonetized. Or whatever,
no, it's all good, man. But here's the thing, right? And I can see where you're going here. But what I wanted to say is this is the issue. We can't seem to be more conversational about it. To where I spent 5 hours today going downtown, dude. My mind was blown because this shit is real. Things are collapsing. Everything in the downtowns is moving outwards. But we can't even have that conversation because everything is so.
No, we can have the conversation. It's not black or white. It's not a black or white question. I'm saying that I'm part of the problem, right? So check this out. Check this out, right?
Ooh, just in what's his name? President Sunday 2 got back to me. he got back to my comment on his video. Let's go to that real quick. So, an hour ago, I left a message for President Sunday Prime, President Sunday 2, saying, I'll just read what I said real quick. Your issue with Michel Burns is that he isn't home himself to Harvard citations there on YouTube. I think you're confused. On YouTube, you would be lucky to see any citations at all. If you were to work through the rest of YouTube based on how well the site, you would probably be able to work your way back to Michel Burns in a couple thousand years. Also, you can't steal non-rivalrous resources like ideas because the author, if they're still alive, has them, and if they are not still alive, won't need them. Sources aren't cited to prevent stealing. They're cited as a way to show your work and help you lean on the credibility of your source. And President Sunday Prime responded, I explained extremely clearly that the problem isn't poor citation, is that he lists from the actual research about attribution, which is false. He did attribute, he just didn't attribute to the. Let me restart. I'll read this whole thing, then I'll comment on it. So President Sunday 2, the Dark Dawkins looking character, I explained extremely clearly that the problem isn't poor citation, it's that he lists the actual research without attribution. Michel Burns didn't find those sources or generate those arguments. He pretended to do that research, resulting in a false genealogy, a false genealogy for his arguments that viewers would take to be the product of his reading and synthesizing the contents of those sources, which, since he bills himself as a professional philosopher, they are trusting him to have read and understood. First of all, dude, you're on YouTube. Yeah, that's not the best argument I can come back with. So he did attribute. So the best argument is that he did attribute. He just didn't attribute to Harvard standards because he's not doing Harvard academic research. He's doing popular discussion of philosophy on YouTube. He's doing popular discussion of philosophy on YouTube. He's not writing a paper that 5 people will read for a chance at getting tenure. That's not what we're doing here. So false genealogy. Let's look at your description again. You didn't cite your sources to Harvard standards either. You didn't do it. So you're a hypocrite. You hold yourself to standards you can't hold for yourself. I don't trust people who can't dog food their product. You said you need to go to Harvard's standards. You first. That all that stuff needs to be in the description. It wasn't that hard to find the genealogy. It's you and the other guy was able to find genealogy, so he decided good enough that you could find stuff. And even if he is a big problem, I didn't get proper citations from the teachers at school. And definitely not the textbooks. So we have bigger fish to fry. This is just drama. But it's better than bump sector drama, so I'll engage in it. Now let's back to Landry and the machine license citations.
Yeah, it's kind of. I'm still hearing it. I don't know if that's okay. I think that's me. Yeah, sorry, that's me. Yeah. Yeah, I'm sorry, that was me. Yeah, I think he left the studio. He's gonna come back in.
Skip this part.
But what this creates is a situation.
And then we got back. How I attacked Paul enslaved. How they were attacking me. With Cockboy Hotline, and then they changed, and so it's all crazy dynamics, right? So I just stay there doing my show, right? My topics are a little different, right? And sometimes we talk about philosophy, sometimes we talk about politics, sometimes we talk about theology stuff, right? And then sometimes we talk about conspiracy theory stuff, right? And it's been labeled sort of the doomer show or whatever, right? But so yeah, there's a lot of doom and gloom topics, right? There's a lot of doomer guys, on the show or whatever. So it's a little bit darker than the rest of the shows, but generally we stay out of the drama. See, the people on my panels, they don't usually go around to the other panels, right? So it's
I do realize that, but what this creates is a situation to where people are just so they look at it black and white, not drama, and then nobody's criticizing each other to when we should be able to criticize those who are next to us.
Yeah, I can understand that. Yeah, I can understand that.
Okay,
yeah.
So you see what I'm saying?
No, I don't think I don't think it's a special type of show at all that can't be criticized the same way as a drama show. No, you could definitely criticize my show the same way you could a drama show, and definitely people have. So yeah, it's not different in that way. It's just different in terms of style, right? And the people involved. Right, the people don't generally go and participate on the other panels, right? So it's generally just different faces, right? You'll see from Orthodox Guy to Flow State to your show, right? To Gabe's show, right? To OTW's show. You'll see a lot of the same characters, right? They don't ever go on my show, right? Like Paul and Slave never comes on my show, right? OTW has been there once, right? So none of these people ever participate on my show. I believe Snafu was banned from my show like a long time ago, right? For attacking Hank O'Flamio, right? So I just banned him straight up just for attacking Hank, right? Because Hank is a regular participant on my channel, right? So I said anybody who attacks Hank, right, just gets banned. And there still are people who attack Hank in our community, and I have to deal with them, right? Because they're my friends and Hank is my friend, right? And I have to mediate between Hank and these people. So all sorts of stuff happens, but generally, if you go in my Discord, right, and of course you're invited to go in my Discord, right? It's open. You've been there, a couple of times. I don't even know if you're there right now, right? But yeah, anybody's allowed in there, and you'll see the cultist.
So the Machine Lies is banning you from attacking me on his show for your safety. You can come over here and attack you, but there won't be anyone to protect you from me. So he's doing that for your safety, not mine. Snafu is not banned. Yeah, he's not banned from here. He can come over here and get wrecked again, assuming his SNAP benefits came in and he has an advantage to come and whine and cry. But yeah, this is for your safety, not mine, and I won't afford you that here.
And the zealots and the people who are religious and the people who are non-religious, the Buddhists fighting the Christians, the atheists fighting the occultists, the Christians fighting the witches, it's all crazy shit, and of course I have to mediate between all sorts of crazy radical groups of thinkers, right? Because it's just like, sometimes people don't see it the other guy's way, right? And you have to sort of help navigate through the situation. So it's a lot of work communicating with hundreds of people at a time, right?
Sure, but do you remember? I guess it's my same issue with OTW, to where we have some sort of conflict or whatever, and the way you handled it just makes me totally. It's just total opposites, the way that what is your reason for wanting to bring in so many other people on your behalf in that heated exchange that we had about the debate that you did on Andrew Wilson? Like, what's the point of sending people on your behalf?
I don't think I used any more people than you guys did.
I don't ever send somebody to talk on my behalf. You
had an entire panel on Flow State there. You guys were talking, so.
What are you talking about? What do you mean, an entire panel on Flow State?
You had an entire panel on Flow State. You guys were talking negatively, right? So I had a panel, and I was responding to it. So what's wrong with that?
We agreed that we could work at a moderator. You could have picked a moderator for all I cared. It just clearly, Hank, we could have done. It needed some sort of, because you even went backstage at a certain point, and even that, what's his, Avian Buddha, where he's going to come over, and it seems strange to me. I mean, I don't know anybody who.
Well, Avian Buddha is an expert on that topic that I talk about, right? So if you want to debate that topic, it would be clear that there's tons of people who go on my panel regularly, right? And I don't think you and Flow State did a very good job just debating the people who come on my panel.
Say that again. You said that they did or didn't do a good job.
You guys didn't do a good job debating the people that come on my panel regularly, who correspond with the topics that I talk about all the time.
Well, dude, we tried to agree on a format.
I know you guys tried, right? But that's not the point, right? You guys attempted to debate those topics that I regularly talk about on my show. You attempted to make me look like I don't know what I'm talking about, right? Which is fair, right? It's fair to do that, right? But you know, when you couldn't even debate the people that are the panelists, right, that correspond to those topics, then it looks pretty like the critiques that you would be able to offer, right? And I did have a sort of a debate with you on OTW, and the audience did decide that I won that debate.
I said it myself too. I agreed.
Right. But it's not about winning and losing, right? That's not why I do this. I didn't do a debate with Andrew Wilson so that I could win against Andrew Wilson, right? That's not why I did the debate, right? I did it because I think the topics that we were talking about are not really that well known, right? So when I brought you guys over to the panel, right, we focused on that topic for pretty much 3 hours, right? So I thought that was a highly successful stream, right?
What's your measure of success?
I'm focusing on the topic.
That's it?
Yes.
Okay. Well, if that's your, sure. But I thought it was very chaotic. I mean, this is an easier way to engage. I think that for me,
Sure.
I believe
Sure. Yeah. No, I like this way. I like this way that we're engaging right now. I do believe that this is a less chaotic way to engage. But see, you're looking at the context of the situation where you guys were already on a panel with tons of people that were already talking about the situation, right? So when I brought up a panel, right, obviously first I was alone, right, and then Reddington and Avian Buddha joined, and they're not really much for words, right? They're not really like panel people or like great orators, right? Really, when Rand and Pinoid came, right, that's when we had like the big talkers in the room, right? So they watch my show all the time. They correspond with the issues on my show all the time, right? So I thought they did a fair job representing those issues, right? And I think you guys, attempted to critique those issues, right? You guys definitely did, right? So, you got a chance to critique those issues. You took a swing, right? You may have missed, you may have hit some, right? But you got your chance, right? This is the result, right? The result is, you got what you asked for, right? You came to the Machine Lives to debate technology, and you got a debate about technology, right? Several of them. Yeah. No, sure you did. No, sure you did. What you experienced with Rant was not a debate in your mind?
No, of course not, dude. He wasn't debating me. He was fucking.
Then how come at some point you couldn't say, well, this is not fair, right? This is not a fair engagement.
What would you respond to that? What would anyone say?
I would look. I would think what I'm thinking right now, that you're a guy with a family, right? I'd like to be your friend, right? You're probably trying to make some money in the world and stuff like that. I have nothing against you, man. I don't think anything bad about you right now. So I don't know what you want me to think, right?
I don't want you to think anything. I just want you to
if you brought about this entire situation to make me think something of you, that's not how this works, buddy. I don't have any opinion of you.
I don't need you to. I mean, that's the thing. Even talking about it is for me a waste of time. So because right now I'm just trying to get to the roots of your thought. I still don't really understand what you mean. I mean, that day was pretty wild and crazy.
I don't understand what you mean either. Can I ask you a question now?
Yep.
Okay. When you brought me up here, right, you're saying that I have loyalty to OTW and the situation that you're showing the clip on the panel, right?
Well, the reason I brought that clip up was because, he brought up how he wants to run you through the AI, make you do the AI. Oh, he's so excited about the AI. I believe that if I would have said that, or about others, you would have said, well, I don't know about that. Fuck that.
Okay.
Fuck the AI.
Okay. So you're saying I'm being sympathetic to the AI. Okay. So now I get what you're saying, right? So I absolutely was not excited about his plan to run me through the AI. There's no way I was excited about that. So if I was showing a hint of excitement about that, I retract that excitement. I'm not excited about that on the whole, right? Cage did that, right? He had an AI thing. By the way, my position is not that nobody should use these tools. That's not my position at all. That's not my position at all.
Use it, yeah.
No. There's three positions or whatever, right? That we talk about on the show, right? Right. That I talked about the first time I had the conversation with you, right? Right. So you look at the system as an interconnected whole. Okay. So in that system, right, saying that there's an interconnected like global system, right? So there's three options, right? Either the system will progress the way it does, right, or it will collapse, right? Yep. These are the two options that that Uncle Teddy mentions. I won't say the name because I don't want you to get demonetized.
But no, it's all good, man. But here's the thing, right? And I can see where you're going here. But what I wanted to say is like, this is the issue. We can't seem to be more conversational about it. To where I spent 5 hours today going downtown, dude. My mind was blown because this shit is real. Things are collapsing. Everything in the downtowns is moving outwards. But we can't even have that conversation because everything is so.
No, we can have the conversation. It's not black or white. It's not a black or white question. I'm saying that I'm part of the problem, right? So like check this out, right? Look at this line by Alul, right? This is a crazy line that actually Reddington quoted last time, right? He says here, right? Yeah, anyways, yeah, I can't find it right now. I will find it for you. But he's talking about how the modern man is like a man who uses the tools that's afforded to him by the system of today or whatever, right? And then he says that man is I. Right, so he's applying the same critiques of the technological society to himself, right? So everybody lives in the milieu of the technological society. So everybody's subject to the same means of control, right? So I'm not saying that I'm special for understanding the problems or anybody, than anybody else, right? I'm not saying that I understand the problems better than anyone else, right? So that's actually a misperception of what I'm trying to say in my show, and I'm not trying to say that we should go back to a time where they don't have technology, right? It's a more nuanced take, right? If you read
Yeah, you better not say that the machine lies. Otherwise, I'll say, you first, be my guest.
Uncle Teddy's manifesto, it's way more of a nuanced take than that, right? Than just simply accepting or rejecting.
I've read like at least more than half of it. I don't remember when, but it was clearly, striking in a lot of its predictions here, and we see it all manifesting now.
Right,
I mean, we've seen this from all these things.
Right.
I agree.
Am I acting? Freaking. If I am, someone should give me a better script. Yes, so here on this channel, I mod up all other creators. So if you're technically friendly creator on YouTube, I go ahead and mod you because you kind of know what you're doing, and you can, and also for the mods can fight each other. That's always fun. So yeah. So we mod all other creators here. If you're not trying to completely destroy me, like Pony Boy, Officer Snafu Snaps, or King Steven, who wants to seal me in the realm, whatever that means, you'll just get modded on this channel. Yeah, this is way more entertaining. It's about you, at least for now.
Agree with you, but you have to realize my perspective is, and I want to start to interrupt you real quick, just to get some sort of thoughts in. I believe that my
I found the line, by the way.
The line?
Yeah, the line that I was trying to read you. But...
Okay, but the you can go ahead and do that then. Fine.
Yeah, but also I wanted to say that that 10th man was actually agreeing with you on Flow State's panel. I think I was watching it this morning, right? And he was saying that a lot of Uncle Teddy's predictions were correct, right? So he was actually agreeing with you too, right? And that's what I think too, right? So that's more the perspective that we're coming at it, trying to study which one of his predictions came correct, which one of his predictions were false, right? And putting the pressure on these things, right? So so yeah, he says here, man knows that man knows himself to be more and more free, right? For technique has eliminated all natural forces, and in this way has given him the sense of being master of his fate.
So I have an issue with the machine lies here. Define nature, because nature is, for me, it's everything subject to science. So anything that we can analyze, so that's all part of nature. So anything that can interact with us will be part of nature. So technique is absolutely within nature, at least the way I use the term. So that's what confuses me. Just everything natural would be in nature. In contrast to the supernatural, which I don't know what that is yet. Hopefully someone could show me what that is, but then maybe that'll be in nature. So I don't know what supernature means. It's about web nature. I don't know. I have no idea, but I don't understand it whatsoever.
The new man being created before our very eyes, correctly tailored to enter into the artificial paradise, the detailed and necessary product of means which he ordains for himself. That man is I. Right. This is from Alul, right? So he's saying he's subject to the same means that everyone,
Yeah, I may be smarter, but Landry puts more work out. But he probably has more time and support than I do. So his presentation's better than mine. But I do think I'm smarter. Not that matters. Not in this culture.
No, I can read it again if you want. But yeah, he's not saying he's special because he understands the problem. Yeah. So and that's the guy that we're learning, right? And that's the main guy on our show, right? Jacques Alul, right? So I can't go beyond what Alul is saying, right?
Yes. Do you believe that you are only capable of operating in the sense of quotes and because even just then I'm just trying to engage with the conversational dynamic and you went right back into that, and so I don't know how to do that. I don't know how to be presented to. I guess it's not the way that I operate. And I didn't do good in school, so I would love to talk to you about this stuff, but I still don't hear you talking to me. You know what I mean?
No, I don't know.
This feels.
I'll say you're smart and balanced, boy. You left pancake planetarism, and he didn't yet. So I'll say you're smart and balanced, boy.
Feels like study club.
So what would you like from me today?
Just to talk to me. Like, how do you talk to people when you show up at the grocery store? Does that make any sense? Is that not like a very simple?
No, it doesn't. It doesn't make any sense. I feel like we're having a perfectly good conversation. I feel like I can understand you. You're speaking English. I can.
This is my issue with your conversation with the machine lies here. He was just trying to cite a source. He's just trying to cite a source because he does academic studies. He wants to reference. He wants to reference a Lul to say he done the work and show he has his thoughts credible. He was a lean on a Lul, which is perfectly valid. This is perfectly normal for an academic to do, and somehow you're confused over it. In fact, it's not even just normal for an academic to do. It's normal for people speaking English to do. So if you want more credibility, you cite who you're referencing. That's why we cite sources, especially in academia. But you can do it on YouTube too. It's not necessary to cite sources to Harvard standards, like President Sunday Prime says on YouTube. But it's probably a good thing to do to show that you've done your work. You've done your homework. I read this thing. I'm referencing that thing. That's what you cite source. It's normal, and it has to become even more normal than it already is, because there's a bunch of stuff, new stuff being produced all the time. So it's actually going to be more. It's going to be more necessary to cite your sources so we can know what the heck is the thing.
I can understand the words that are coming out of your mouth. Can you understand the words that are coming out of my mouth?
Yep, I
Am I
understand.
speaking in Chinese?
Nope.
Well, we've been conversating this whole time, my friend. I hate to.
You missed the part we searched a debate. Yes, so it's debate in loose terminology. I would just say conversation. It wasn't a structured debate, that's for sure.
I hate to cue you in here, but yeah, we've been having a conversation. You've been understanding me this entire time. So what can I do for you further, going further on this platform?
I'm just asking if you do it with anybody, right? Where you have a conversation that is not within the guidelines of your books that you were constantly referring to and the authors and all that. Just as
damn, I wish I had a freaking celebration thing, but I didn't pull that in yet. Balance Boy says he's not a flat earther. He's not a pancake planeteer anymore. So I wish I had a celebration song. Otherwise, I would play it right now. I actually have a whole bunch of music that is already clear for me to play, but I didn't know what the right song is. So I won't play anything.
as person to person.
No, you were asking me about the subject on my show.
Did I?
So I was responding about that.
What did I say about that?
We were talking about the debate we had about the subject on my show, my friend. So I don't know if you remember what
I was talking about.
Do you remember? Do you remember the conversation we were having, or are you so confused? Do you remember?
How would I not remember that?
You sound very confused. Are you having a problem remembering the conversation?
I'm a little confused about how you operate. It's very different than me.
Right. What are you confused about?
I'm confused because I don't know where you come into these situations thinking that like we are like, okay, imagine I had a book right here and just everything I said, No,
I'm referring to the book because we were talking about the debate that we had on my channel.
I understand that, and you want to talk about ideas and not people, but
No. I was talking about people, Landry. I was talking about you. I was talking about your misunderstanding of the material that I covered, because you continuously refer to it and trying to reject technology and go. So you're mischaracterizing of the material that I covered.
No, not necessarily. It's not a mischaracterization. The machine lies did retreat to a less, I guess, how do I say it? a less hardline position because it was very hard to defend. So he moderated his position. And it's not just in this conversation, it's a long-term moderation of his position. Pretty much like, was it earlier this year or last year, I recognized that Ted Kaczynski was a libtard trying to push his views on other people, and that's really I lose much easier. I lose much better grounding. He's literally a status quo. Much better grounding to start from.
I'm mischaracterizing it?
Yes, you have on your show.
What was the mischaracterization?
I just explained it. I just told you. Were you listening, or were you highlighting comments? Were you listening to what I was saying?
I highlighted one comment. Did you explain?
What was the complaint I just said?
Did you hear my question?
Yeah, but you didn't hear mine because you were highlighting a comment.
This is my whole point, though, right? Because like I don't think that you.
This is my point. This is my point. You refuse to engage with the conversation that's being had. Right?
And I agree with the machine lies here. Landry disengaged. He was focusing too much on his comment section. And it's so I pointed TML here.
I think that we need moderation here because I don't believe that we.
Sure. You can summon a moderator.
And actually, I disagree. You're both doing just fine without a moderator. You didn't necessarily need a moderator. You just needed to engage.
I think Neve is a Jim from Florida, right? Somebody
I don't care who. I believe that there's we have a fundamental issue with our conversational dynamic. I don't know.
Sure. But you summoned me here, right?
I did, yeah, to talk to you, not about
right. So what do you want to talk to me about, Landry?
That you I mean, so I wanted to be able to.
You want to talk to me about OTW, right?
I mean, not really. I mean, this was just very.
Okay, so the machine lies seems a little skittish too because he's got Landry up before he finishes the thought. But Landry's here is going to say whether we accept the TML's trying to cite sources. But I really don't think either you need a moderator. You probably gonna hash it out as long as you stay engaged, Landry. But yeah, it's harder for a host to stay engaged when there's so many other distractions. So I understand, but you could work this out for a moderator for sure.
Well, that's what you highlighted. That's the conversation you highlighted.
In the beginning or just now?
In the beginning of the conversation, you told me to come up about some sort of fake loyalty claim you made.
Yeah, you didn't agree coming into this debate. That was just called discussion. I think it was a bad terminology in my opinion.
About me and OTW. I assured you there's no loyalty between me and OTW, so on and so forth. You know, as you're assessing on this platform that people stick together, right? But you're putting the wrong groups of people together. Right? It's true that me and Brownsboy are friends, but me and OTW are not like huge friends or anything, right?
That's fine. I mean, that's just.
Are you bored?
Is your camera on? If you're yawning, I can't see it.
I don't know. Yeah, I could get out of here if you want.
No, I want to be able to be. Like I said, I don't even know how to explain it. It seems so. I know RT and you got into it at one point because
No, we didn't. No, we didn't.
Okay, you didn't.
Yeah, but what did me and RT get into it about? What are you talking about?
Somebody, I don't know, dude, just where he was talking to me.
See, you guys have all these narratives. Like, what are you talking about? You just made up a story. Like,
how did I make up a story? Okay,
what are you referring to?
What I'm saying. This is the shit that's inside of you.
Yeah. Brownsboy has a good point. He said, Landry, just say that the machine eyes could have ghostwritten his book, and I'd say, why would we bother? It doesn't make any sense. Making books not that hard. You have to have a stream of consciousness for like how many hours would it take? I would say like 20 hours stream of consciousness. Then you have to edit for another 20 hours, depending on how much you have to cite. I could stand up to like. I don't know. I don't think there's a max time it take to write a book. But I would say I'm actually not sure what the min is either, because you can write a small book. I don't know enough. I'll get back to you on how much. I'll get back to you.
Man, what
What
that
are you
shit?
referring to?
I'm interested in that.
What are you talking about? RT said what? You just
Whenever
made up a
we
story.
both agreed about the reading the books and all that, and how it's just awkward and it's not
Reading the books.
natural.
What?
Just when you just now, you're like, I am not interested in the dynamic of we're doing a study club together. What I would rather do is just, if you're off the cuff, you explain them as you understand them. Because if you understand them,
look. If you're not trying to do a study club, then you shouldn't try to debate technology. It's a bad idea.
I
You're trying to
agree.
go around and debate people, but you don't want to do a study club. So how are you going to?
Yeah, I agree. You should prepare for debates like I'm preparing for my debate with Talcott on surveillance. So I do strongly recommend actually preparing for debates. Jack, I'm sure Landry will be glad to help you because you definitely need it. You have a very weak position that you're trying to defend. Help to Machine Life maybe may be willing to help. He's not going to moderate. I'm not sure if he's going to moderate. Heck, you can have biased monsters as far as I can care. I'm still win you. I still beat you because you have such a very flawed position, Jack Talcott. No secrets when we're in a society with other humans. It may be in heaven, but then again, the Bible will contradict that too, because the Bible says God has his secrets too, and that includes heaven. So I don't know where your grounding is, Jack. I guess you're grounding on based on your vibes alone, which is very weak because we could just a little poking and prodding that your vibes will change very quickly. And I know from personal experience.
Prepare for the debates that you go around and
What
do.
else are
you
you
just going to
doing?
troll people?
No,
Are you just going to troll people to prepare for debates?
I mean, dude, if you realize
No, look. How do you prepare for your debates? Do you study or do you troll?
What debates?
The debates that you want to engage in.
I mean, how
You
many
started this conversation saying you want to debate. What are you talking? You don't remember? You don't remember the debate you wanted to engage in? How do you prepare for your debate?
I like to learn. I mean, I don't debate people. Dude, this is not a
Right. So how are you going to?
Yeah, well, the Machine Lies, you can prepare for a debate by trolling too. So if you want to know your opponent, you're going to want to research them and prod them. So trolling is a very valid tactic for a debate. So it's just called oppositional research, I think. Opposition research. So it's actually a valid technique for debate. And also it's very effective. That's what what's his name? Andrew Wilson does for against atheists. He's very effective at destroying atheists. We are trolling for their weaknesses and exploiting them. He destroyed Scholar Fiction and Matt Dillahunty via troll style research.
You're going to learn without studying. So how are you going to learn without studying?
This is the whole point, right? This is what I was trying to say. This is the thing.
But this is what I was trying to say. But this is what I was trying to say. You're not making any sense.
I don't know if you realize that if I interrupted you as much as you interrupted me, I mean, you'd probably be like having an aneurysm right now. So
you just interrupted me so many times. You want to go back and watch the video? You just straight talking over me.
So what is it that makes you come to this level, right? Because I know it's not common for you. So what is it about me that triggers this inside of you?
Look, how are you going to debate without studying things? Why is this triggering you?
I didn't say I
why
was
is this simple question? Why is this simple question triggering you?
Because you got exposed things. Because I don't like.
Because you got exposed because you got exposed as a troll, Landry.
What do you mean exposed?
You got exposed as a troll. You go around.
The whole point, right? So this is the you that we're.
No, Landry.
No, Landry. Many times.
No, Landry. Did you troll Rob Nowhere? Did you troll Rob Nowhere?
Sure.
Okay, so you are a troll.
Sure. Sometimes
so you do that, right? So you troll debaters, right? This is your.
So we can talk about the word.
No, hold on. We're getting somewhere. Don't get triggered. Don't get triggered.
Yeah, yes, I agree that Landry is a troll, but I still modded him on my channel because he's overall beneficial. He's stirring the pot in the right way. There's less work I had to do, so it's overall beneficial. Even though I do agree with the Machine Lights that Landry is a troll. He's a decent artist. He's a decent artist, and I really don't care what tools he uses.
We're getting
How am I
somewhere.
triggered? You're the one
No,
who's
hold on.
supposed
No,
to-
hold on.
I'm
Hold on.
very
Hold on. We're
calm
getting
and
somewhere.
collected.
We're getting
Who
somewhere
is it,
now.
Timo?
Just answer my question.
Where are we
Do you
getting
troll
to?
debaters? Do you troll debaters? Just answer the question. It's a simple question.
What is the troll? You have to define. There's levels of
You just
trolling.
admitted you are one. You just admitted you are one.
I said that I was engaging in a.
You admitted
in
you're a
level of it.
troll. Let's move on to the next thing.
Yes, he did. Landry did in fact say he trolled Rob Noor. I don't have a problem with trolling Rob Noor. So
Do you troll
So
debaters?
this
You
is how
admitted
you.
you're one.
This is what I'm saying. This is the.
No, you
person
admitted
who
you're a
are.
troll. No, don't ask me what to troll. You admitted you're
Do
one.
you
You
see
said
how?
you were
Do
trolling.
you see how limited the way you communicate is?
Look,
I'm asking you sincerely. Just stop and just think.
why are you asking me what a troll is when you admitted you're one? Do you not think that's a limited way to communicate?
I'm asking you if you can acknowledge.
Why
that
did you
there's
just
different-
lie?
What did I lie about? This is what I'm saying. Now you're in debate mode.
You
Right?
lied about so much, Landry.
You in Browns.
You lied about so
constantly lie
much.
about me. All right, you're a great listener.
You lied about so much. What lie did I tell
I
about
know
you,
what the
Landry?
issue is.
Landry,
You know
what
the
lie
issue
did I
is.
tell
You
about
want
you?
people to come
So you
to
just
you.
move on. So you just move on to the next thing.
Dude, you
Landry,
realize,
do you troll debaters?
All right.
Oh, do you troll debaters, Landry? Is that your thing? You troll debaters, right?
Are you trolling me right now?
Are you trolling me, a debater?
Are you a debater? Is this
Am
what
I a
you-
debater?
you-
Am I a
I don't-
debater?
I-
Are you
I don't-
troll?
I
Are you
don't know.
troll? Are you troll?
Okay,
Do you
so
troll
you are
debaters?
trolling, I
Do you
see
troll
now.
debaters? Do you
I
troll
believe it.
debaters, Landry?
yeah, the machine lies is getting too excited. He could have shut him down much harder if he would stay calm. He's getting too excited. I mean, Landry had all the rope all around him. All TMO needed was wait for him to hang himself. Now, I didn't think it was going to take long because there's so much pressure on him. So the machine lies is too exciting. He didn't finish it.
Is this what you do to win your debates? Just constant interruptions and then not really any forward momentum?
I
or
mean,
progress?
you asked
Derailing,
me
so
what a
to speak?
troll is. You asked me what a troll is after you admitted you are one. I mean, it's crazy. And then you told me I don't know how to communicate, and then you made fun of my laugh. I mean, great job, dude. You're great at communicating.
I'm asking you a question. Do we do okay? So
Yeah. Overall, the machine lies won that exchange still.
is this a debate? What are we debating?
I'm not debating you right now.
So we're not debating. Okay, so point proven, right?
You came up to talk to me. You came up to talk to me about the, and then you started talking about the debate. That's when I started talking about the topics I talk about because it seems you were misrepresenting them.
What did I misrepresent?
The topics I cover on my show.
Which ones specifically?
What topics do I cover on my show, Landry? Did you not know?
Technology.
Do you not know? Oh, okay. So you do know. That.
Kaczynski's book Manifesto,
Right.
basically the same
Okay,
concepts.
right.
How society is moving towards.
There you go. So you do know. So why are you asking me a question you already know the answer to? This is amazing.
Do you really feel that way?
Do you want to have a real conversation or not?
I don't think you know how to.
Okay.
Yeah. Landry knows damn well that the machine lies knows how to converse. He knows damn well.
I sincerely don't. I don't believe.
Wait a second. Maybe he doesn't, but that's just kind of stupid. But that's possible that he doesn't know, but there's no reason for me to believe that he doesn't know because just going on context. Why would Landry ask to have discussion with the machine lies if he thought the machine lies doesn't know how to have discussions? It just doesn't make any sense with the context. There would be no point in summoning the machine lies to talk to them if he thought the machine lies couldn't have a discussion. So he could be Landry could be honest here, but it just doesn't make sense in context why we try to talk to the machine lies and we think the machine lies can't have a discussion. Maybe try to demonstrate that he can't. If that's the case, he did a very poor job because machine lies was very good. Even though he got too emotional, in my opinion, he could have smoked him cold. Too excited, too emotional. But I don't know, like how long he's been up that day. I think that was like late in the day. That was done. I don't know how long the machine license has been up, so that probably could explain why he got excited more than he could have. That's what presentation wise.
That you actually. I tried to tell you about the situation I was in today, where I went out in the real world and did real shit, to where I'm trying.
You did real shit on YouTube. You did real shit while holding your phone on YouTube.
That's a good point. Oh,
What does
that's a
that mean?
good point.
I did real shit. So you're presuming?
What was so real about what you did?
Did you even ask what I did, or did I even get to that point? No, you interrupted me, and I couldn't.
I did. I just asked you. I just asked you what you did. I just did ask you. What did you do? I just did ask you, bro. Like, calm down. Like, I just did ask you. Like, relax. I'm not trying to get you.
You're not trying to get me where?
I'm not. I just asked you what you did in the real world.
Sometimes pause and just listen to how.
I'm just asking you what you did in the real world, Landry. What did you do in the real world?
You are incapable of having a conversation.
Am I incapable of doing it? I just asked you the same question 3 or 4 times.
You cannot allow the back
Landry, you said you went in the real world and did real world.
And that's the point. They're kind of trolling each other at this point. Landry's been painting there that the TML can't have a conversation. Landry exposed. Yeah. The machine learners can totally have a conversation for sure. I'll certify it. Hell, I'll certify that in blood if necessary. He could definitely have a conversation. I conversed with him for, I guess, by hours wise, a few days. If we just count by hours, so he could definitely hold conversations. So I probably go as far as say a few weeks by hours. A few weeks of conversations with TML that person engaged in directly.
World stuff. What's the real world stuff you did, Landry?
So watch what I just did. I let you finish talking, right? And then now I'm going to speak. So I went out. I took a train downtown. I went down into these parts of the town that I've never seen before, totally abandoned. They were basically just barely hanging on. The trains that were old and built, they were very deep underground. It's a way that I don't know if
that sounds cool. That sounds cool. So what city was this in?
Now, TMO jumped the gun and just didn't let him finish the thought. So he's just making Landry look credible.
In Dallas.
Nice.
But my point is that this shit is like, it's falling apart. We're drifting towards the suburbs. I mean, everything is in the downtowns is very much.
Wait, slow down. What's falling apart?
Society.
So you're talking about Dallas is falling apart. So you went to go look at what, tunnels or something? Or
I didn't do that specifically. I was just out in the real world in an adventure where you would be
stuck.
No.
I'm so confused as you're explaining this to me. Right? You went to Dallas.
Yeah, and Landry's point is making an assumption he can't verify. Say TML to be stuck in the real world. He lives in a Rust Belt. He lives in Detroit. He's a bunch of stuff falling apart in his neck of the woods. As is mine. It's just for us. It's normal to have a whole section of the cities or suburbs falling apart. So it's not only is he's done it probably. I have too, and we don't think it's a big deal anymore. And we should be more pissed off about it. We should be more pissed off about it.
Dallas, right? To look at old collapsing buildings, and then you went to the suburbs, and you're saying society is collapsing because you saw what?
So you are like retarded.
No, I'm not retarded.
You are.
I'm really asking you like what you talk about. You're like, I went to Dallas.
This is what a conversation is like. You exist.
Right. I'm trying to get to the conversation. I'm trying to have a nice calm conversation with you. No, I'm trying to have a nice calm conversation with you.
But you get so confused by every single thing that ever happens.
No.
All right, get Landry's gaslighting here. Sorry, this is clear gaslight.
I'm just asking clarifying questions, my friend. Like, look, like you're saying society is collapsing when you went to Dallas. What specifically did you see that gave you signs of the collapse? I'm interested.
Yeah, Zephyr, you should.
I'm interested.
Wait, why is there tension? I don't know. I think it's some sort of. What would your guess be as to?
I'm trying to take down the tension, folks, because of the audience. I see the audience talking. All right, look, I'm trying to take down the tension. Look, what were you doing in Dallas? I want to talk about what signs you thought of collapse. I'm interested in your opinion. Seriously, let's have a conversation.
I'm saying that the things that you say, right? I believe there's truth to them. I don't think that you do a good job explaining the truth. I think that you surround yourselves.
Sure, that's fine. I don't think you do a good job explaining the truth either. I know. I think you surround yourself with dildos, honestly. Look, that's not. I could tell you my opinion of you. I'm asking you what your opinion was about the collapse in Dallas for the third time. If you want to engage with a conversation with there, or do you just want to tell me how bad you think I am at explaining things, because that's what you went on doing after I asked you 3 times what you think the collapse situation is in Dallas that you were trying to talk about. That you think you're doing a good job explaining, but you're not. But you think you're better at explaining things than I am.
Who said that?
Like you did.
I'm just saying that you get so confused by every little tiny minute detail.
I'm not confused at all. I'm not confused at all. Go ahead and invite Zephyr up here if you want.
Yeah, so I think the Machine Lies is overall better at explaining than Landry is.
I'm fine with her coming up here. I'm fine with Jim from Florida or Dr. D Head or any of these people coming up here.
Did you?
Yes, keep tracking the amount of. Yes, you got a point there. The Machine Lies should let you finish your thought. You got too excited.
Did you see the conversation that Yolanda came on and OTW and all that? I know it's normal.
No, I didn't. I missed that one.
Well, so it was just very great because everybody was able to speak and get their shit across. It was a rare thing to see in the space. I know you're used to the interruptions and all that, but
well, I'm not quite sure about that. I saw that too. It was just mostly OTW and Yolanda gaslighting you, Landry, and to try to get a servant. I said at the time of that, just don't bother. OTW is not worth having as a collaborator because he can't stand up for himself when it counts, but he wastes time posturing when it doesn't count, so that makes him a clown.
Criticism.
No,
right?
I'm not. No, I'm not.
Okay, you're not.
No, I'm not. Watch my show. It's usually a nice back and forth on my show.
So what makes you do this here?
All the OTW gaslighting, the fake crying, I mean, it was so fake. OTW had to comment on it on his own show himself. It's just so obviously fake. He actually had to cover it himself so people don't just go and clown him on it over and over again. Because that's what I would have done if he didn't freaking acknowledge it. You just what do you say about that? What do you say about what else? That's basically the long and short of it. That's pretty much that's relevant stuff. He just criticized OTW criticized himself for not for his own behavior. But I'm really not really worried about OTW and what he's doing.
What makes me do what?
The constant interruptions. Like every time I go, what are you doing? What do you?
I don't know. I'm just hearing a lot of insults coming from you. It seems like you don't want to have this conversation. Like you just insulted me out of nowhere. Like, I don't know what's going on.
This is my whole point, dude. If we can't handle
no, but why do you act like such a pussy when you insult people all the time? Can I ask you that?
How so?
Like you get really offended when somebody hits back on you, but you insult people all the time.
What am I offended by right now? What are you referring to specifically?
You didn't just insult me right now when I asked you about the collapse situation in Dallas?
I'm just asking you which ones am I getting emotional about or defensive about, sensitive about?
No,
I insulted you. I've insulted you many times.
I mean, you spend 3 hours every day like talking about people online.
I spend
3 hours
every day talking about people online. Okay, that's a very interesting perspective.
Yeah, you spend 3 hours every day like crying about people. Like that's what your stream's about.
Okay, so crying.
Right, yeah. And you got other people crying in the background, but you're the one crying.
Wait a minute. I don't think anybody's crying right now. But
I don't know. It's just incessant drama streams. It's just drama. You know,
you're creating the drama right now. I'm trying to talk to you.
No, you're creating the drama. It's your stream. You invited me up to create drama. This is you.
It's not my intention.
That is what you're doing. You're laughing because it's Jupiter's July. It's true. This is what you're doing.
he does that whenever he's nervous too, by the way. I've been observing his face.
No, Zeph. Cut the bullshit. It's literally called high.
No, Zephyr's right that the Machine Lies says giggle when he's nervous. So
energy Halloween drama. That's literally the name of the podcast.
No, Landry changed the name. So right now the name is called TML is still unable to communicate. So Landry changed the name. That's actually a thing you could do for all the people who don't do creation on YouTube. You could change the name of the the video whenever you want. See, also the thumbnail. You can't edit the contents of the. Actually, you can edit the content of the video. Yeah, you can edit the content of the video. But it's actually kind of hard, and I think it damages the chat box if you do edit a video. But there's just a lot of things you can do after the fact.
That's the name of the fucking stream. That's the name of the fucking stream,
Am
folks.
I an actor, TML?
You are an actor. You're doing drama right now. It's labeled drama. You're acting right now.
Are you an actor, TML?
No, I came up here to have a real conversation with you, but all you want to do is act.
Where do you think it went wrong? What am I acting? What is the
Why are you covering your face right now?
You don't even have your camera.
What the fuck? I don't know. It's just weird. Like, you got half your face. It's like Two-Face.
You exist in a constant state of paranoia.
No, I think you're a two-faced person, Landry. I
How
think you
so?
say you
I'm
want to have
telling you-
real conversations with people, but it's just drama for content.
I want to be able to have real conversations with people who can actually do it. I don't think you can. I think you can do it in your way where you're reading your books.
Zeph,
and all that.
Zeph,
but
if I had
I
Zeph-
understand. Okay, let's bring
Here,
it
hold on. No, hold on. There's another human here. Hold on. Hold on. There's another human here.
You've now said, now hold on. How many times, dude? Just talk. Be a
Hold on.
normal person.
No, you can backstage me if you want, pussy. Zeph, am I capable of having conversations?
Yes, you are. I don't know.
I am. Oh, come on. Don't bullshit
Okay,
around.
I'm not being. I'm not being.
100%. Was that
I'm trying to
a
be-
bullshit conversation? Was I trying to have a conversation with this guy or not? Come on.
I don't know. I just got here.
Oh, come on. All right.
I did. I just
I'll give
got
you a
here.
break
I
then.
really
I'll give
did.
you a break then. I'll give you a break and rewind the tape. I've been at
Right, chat replays back.
been in conversation with this fucking moron.
It's my
Okay.
favorite bee.
Oh.
Yeah, Zephyr's been watching.
Landry, it's hard to tell when you're being genuine.
What's
Yeah.
so,
Exactly. Thank
It's
you.
true.
Thank you. Thank you.
That's true. But
Thank
that
you.
doesn't
That's
mean
what I'm
you're
saying.
You're
Thank
memeing
you.
you're memeing at parts of this conversation, obviously, but there's other parts where I feel like you're not.
well, no, because
Yeah,
I
thank
am
you.
trying to have a conversation.
It's so
with him.
refreshing.
He's,
So I can have a conversation and you can't.
I don't know
I
what
can
the
have a
conflict
conversation
is about.
and you're not even being genuine.
I've seen Landry have a conversation
What?
too, actually, but I really
So
have.
So hold on. Let's get the record straight.
I don't know about you together.
I'm capable of having conversations, and
Yes.
we don't know if you're genuine. We don't know if you're genuine. There,
I
butthole.
thi- well,
Well,
I
that's
think
what we're here to figure out.
TML, on the flip side, I think you're getting farmed right now.
Of course, I'm getting farmed.
What
It's
do you
called
mean
high
farmed?
energy Halloween drama. I've said I'm getting farmed.
Farmed for what?
Who's farming?
I'm putting my name out there on the drama streams. 'Cause
Yeah, so Landry's farming, and technically I'm farming too, but I'm trying to farm philosophical content and prep for my debate against Talcott. So I think TML also farmed this one himself. So we're all farming.
this will be reviewed and reviewed and reviewed. Okay.
That
Not-
analogy requires your subconscious to expand.
No, it
One day
requires
you
my
will
subconscious to be
understand.
aware.
I
of
agree.
what's going-
Nev, you're very wise.
One day you will understand.
Right.
Ketchup, French fries.
Sensei. Yeah. The drama sensei.
Hey, at least I'm honest about it. That's why I enjoy you.
Hello. Is that Neve? Who is that?
Oh,
Oh,
it's
it's the
Steven.
crown
What the
fart.
fuck?
Hello.
Crown
Oh,
fart.
hey, Landry. I'm here
Hi,
to support
Steven.
Landry.
Hey,
support
I'm really
Landry.
smart and awesome, aren't I, Steven?
I jumped.
To use a letter data not review this later on. No, you don't. You were there. There was a host on your show, so you didn't necessarily have to view it. You didn't have to review it to farm it because you're planting the original crop. Then me and the Machine Lies farmed it later. In fact, later. I mean, literally right now. I'm farming it right now. But I think the Machine Lies already reviewed it on Saturday. So we're farming. We're definitely farming. We're sharecroppers. YouTube sharecrop, go!
Jumped in because I think
He
the
doesn't like
machine
me
lies
at all.
is a dick. The machine
He
lies
doesn't
is
like
a
me either.
dick. He's a fraud. He really is. The guy reads from his screen and he just copies out of books. He can't hold an intelligent conversation.
I mean,
He cites his sources, so don't have an issue with that. Big King Stephen. He's go strike him, go. I'm glad I have my First Amendment.
Damn.
I'm confused.
Mirror,
here.
mirror on the wall.
I live stream for hours. Stream of consciousness.
doing
I'm
nothing.
not
I
reading
reflect
You
your
restream other
projection.
people.
So try again, liar.
Right. You restream
The
other
reason
people.
you're not liked is you're a liar. Shut up for a second, machine.
Oh, I
liar.
No, I like the machine lies, and he's not a liar.
think a lot of
I've been
people like
talking
me.
for a long time. You've been going, hold on.
Hold on.
That was so fucking weird, dude.
No, look,
Landry's
you're-
like, why don't you just talk? And you're like, hold on. Well,
Right.
what do you want? Are you on drugs?
No. You can be explicit, Zephyr. I took over the Keystone Cop crew. So all of Officer Snaps' mommies are friends with me. So he's neutralized pretty much. All he can do is stuff on his own, which is nothing really. So I just claimed I took over the Keystone Cop crew by force, and just really nothing you do. So you gonna be a zebra? Sure. I'll give out zebra tickets to whoever.
Drugs or something? What's wrong with you?
Right. I want a lot of drugs, Steven.
Hold on.
He's probably jealous.
Nobody's
You could probably
jealous of
do
you. You're a weirdo.
Well, Steven's got to dress up
Well,
as
I
other
wasn't
people.
saying you're jealous of me.
This is UFO Jesus.
All right, I'm gonna
The
do something
big
real quick. I don't want this to be too crazy, but I want to do this real quick. I want to ask you this real quick, Neve. What did you witness here? Because I believe I don't have any interest in farming this. I don't really do that. It usually happens after the fact. I was trying to engage with him. He's just been I don't know anybody like him who communicates in this way, where he's either reading.
So can you? How did this start? Because I didn't see it from the.
I'm like him. I like to cite my sources. So you do know someone like him. I'm like him.
In the beginning, I just came in and you guys were fighting.
So yeah, he was in the chat. He's not usually in chat here, and he said, if you want to have an engagement, you can come up. Started off kind of civil, and I said, well, my issue is that I believe that I would rather talk to you, because he right off the get-go, he started reading from his book and saying, this author said this, and this author said that. Well, I'm like, well, what do you think? Because I don't talk to people like with the authors that I like and present this as if it's a presentation. And then we kind of got off to this thing. Okay, well, let's have the conversation.
Oh, okay, that's false. It was like we got timestamps. Open another copy of the video if I can figure out how long it took. The machine lies in cite sources out the gun. He was talking for a good bit. So like an hour. Yeah, a good 15 minutes in before they argued over citing sources. So a good 15 minutes in, so it wasn't off the gun. I think Brown's voice is using a phone. We need to get him a real computer. A real computer like this one, or even this one. We need to get him a real computer. Look, the software's already Turing complete and stuff, so it's a real computer too. But Android's gimped. Android's a gimped operating system. You can make it not suck if you had the right apps, but still, it's not easy to do.
And then, I believe he interrupts me so often, and it has like no idea right now. You have not interrupted me once, but I'm not the kind of person who just will say, stop interrupting me, because I've seen that shit in the worst content ever. So I'm just, sitting here taking it. All right. So it's just going nowhere. So Stephen, what are your thoughts?
That guy does that. The machine lies. I've never gotten along with that guy because he just repeats himself. He's like, hold on. Perfect example tonight. He does that all the time. He did that on my show. He did that years ago.
That's you, King Steven. That's you. You're projecting again.
The first time I interacted with him, it's his thing. He just repeats, and it's so fucking annoying.
Okay, so he already left. I put him backstage for 1 second. He's already gone. Well,
damn.
That was a nothing burger. I mean, here's the thing, though, right? I don't believe that. I feel crazy because I look in the chat. Everyone's like, Give him a chance. Give him a chance. What is this though? Like, what is the LARP? What am I LARPing? I can never get these people. Browns boy. I'm acting. I'm a Freemason actor. I mean, they won't sort of ever have the interaction. You know what I
Brown's
mean?
boy is nuts, dude. He thinks everyone's an actor.
But they're
He
not that
thinks I'm
different.
paid
They
to
say
go
the
on
same
Jack
shit.
Talcott show. He thinks Jack Talcott pays me, and I go on there and call Jack a psycho and get kicked off. I mean, I'm not being paid by Jack Talcott. And
Steven
Zephyr,
thinks everyone is a demon.
Zephyr is crazy. She sucks Axis rat bloods.
Steven does think everyone's a demon. He needs to address the demon in a mirror. Steven has a higher percentage of people who think are demons than Brown's boy thinks are actors. So
It's dick.
We all
So
have demons inside of us.
Yeah.
If
She's
you
a demon.
knew Axis, you would know that he doesn't have one. That's
Well,
ridiculous.
You're still down there trying to suck whatever he doesn't have.
No, I'm not.
He was in a nursing home. Did you see that content, Landry? He called the cops on somebody in a nursing home in a wheelchair for scissors. I mean, I was laughing today when I saw that.
yeah, Brownswood says he never said King Stephen was paid. And really, who would pay him? Who would pay him? Guess you could pay him for a puppet show. But other than that, why pay him? We see what he gives away for free. Why pay him? Freaking 12-hour streams, give away for free, and it's just ad hominem attacks all the way through. Ad hominem and AI slop. Worse than Landry's. Far worse than Landry's. So I wouldn't pay for that. But it's an economy, and that it doesn't. You don't have a skill floor. It's just what you can sell. So someone else would pay him. I would not pay him.
Axis rat blood is hilarious.
He would laugh.
I would laugh. I did laugh. Zephyr. Yeah. Mm-hmm. What's up, crazy bitch?
Yeah,
Zephyr.
I thought you were rage baiting him.
But like, I don't think I really didn't. I mean, that's
I've only watched you like twice in a couple stints, and I just know you. I know you from Crab, but I've never really watched you. So I don't know what your baseline is or what your demeanor is, but your demeanor comes off as like ironic trolling kind of.
I guess,
but I thought that's not substance based. That's just like first impressions. Like
no, that's fine. You know, I here's the thing, right? With me, I will have an authentic engagement with people if it presents itself. Like right now, I'm having a serious conversation with you because I can tell, you know, you're not sure if I'm fucking with you or whatever. I do like to do that, especially with new people, right? If I just met you and especially if you're like higher up on the totem pole, like if Andrew Wilson came in here right now, I'd probably do it in a way to him because I don't have opinions about these people. So my way of learning about them is by messing with them in a way that is you can call it trolling. I believe that there's layers to it. I don't want to see people freak out like that, right? I don't like seeing Team out like that. It just makes me feel like he's stupid. People keep telling me I'm wrong about him. I would love to be proven wrong, but he does it every fucking time. I think he operates well in his space to where he can say, we're reading my book right now, and my book says this, this, and that, and everyone's like, yeah, the book, and they sit there for 12 hours. But I'm just trying to have a conversation with him as I would somebody who I met at the grocery store. Does that make sense?
Yeah. No, just on different wavelengths, it sounds like.
Yeah, I have a few different ways of operating. You know what I mean? It's like sometimes I want to have fun and just be happy and just not take this so seriously. But then he wanted to have a serious conversation, so I'm like, okay, let me put my serious mode on. But he can't even do that. So I think there's really some people who we just can't really vibe with, and that's okay. But I'm a fan of the Crab and Bee show. I'm always gonna be proud of my ranking for last place, and it means a lot to me. You know.
Yeah, I think that whole tier list was kind of a meme, to be honest.
Of course it was, dude. I mean that's the thing. It's like
it was pretty outrageous.
There's superficial aspects here to where I'm not so.
I love everyone.
I'm no Steven.
Even Steven.
I mean? But I'm definitely not a serious.
No, you don't. No, you don't, Zephyr.
Yes, I do.
So Dr. D in the chat room is talking about fisting. I think that's his fetish.
All right, man. See what I mean, though? These people. What are we gonna do about these people? Is this why you don't open your shit up?
Well, we stream on OBS, not through StreamYard, so it's just a different format of show. Like when I streamed on my channel, which was like months ago now, I did the same thing. I would arrange calls for the stream and stuff, but that's because I would present information and I would have things that I'd want to get through, and people analyze like things and they establish things with people who are around, and it just gets sidetracked. So I'm very like, I structure streams for like for like utility and watchableness, you know what I mean? Not for like, But that was my approach anyways.
Well,
I don't know how we got here.
TML was here, but then he left. He was backstage for 10 seconds, but it was only because I needed to have some sort of conversation where I could hear myself think. You know what I mean? I mean, if I'm not the kind of person to just, let's review what just happened, so I'm not going to go there. But I have an issue, I guess, with this whole dynamic of the panel shit, because sometimes it goes great. It's like the lottery. You never know. You know what I mean? It's really a totally unpredictable scenario. He doesn't come around here, so he came, and I wanted to give him. I don't have current beef with him. I've had past beef that never gets resolved, right? I believe it presented itself here again today. I guess you kind of stay out of these politics and these dynamics, but yeah, it's probably best that way. I probably should, but I thrive in it when it's
It's funny. Like, I'm glad. Okay, you're right. I try to stay away from it, but also not at the same time. I don't do. I don't like to like on panels are not that serious, but I think I would be lying if I thought it was like a bad thing, as long as it's not serious, like drama, like people's livelihoods and their families. Like if it's just terminally online bullshit, then I almost encourage it. Like that's why I like this whole sphere. It's chaos. And I don't like the idea of a community being uniform is funny. It's fine, but the idea of there being all of these like insane, actors and mixed personalities
Landry's
engaging in stupidity is funnier to me, and I do things to prop up.
Just spit it out.
No,
Landry's
I'm saying my priorities here are different than other people's. I like the chaos. Some people think that that's bad, and I'm just outward and honest about it. That's what I'm here to watch.
But the best forms are the ones that you can never see coming. The best moments are the ones that you like when people try to manufacture stuff. Like somebody right here named Lindsay trying to manufacture drama. It's retarded. It's like not even.
Lindsay loves me though. That's the thing.
I think from my.
I don't understand why Landry gave Lindsay gets content information. It's stupid. It's just outside Telegram, Discord, email. You don't want to talk to most of these people. Yes, Joe Cool would be an exception, but most of these people ain't worth talking to. Off a line, you can't really easily block. And especially the thing with phone numbers is they're easy to trace because of the telecoms are sloppy. The telecoms are sloppy, so they don't implement privacy properly. So, and that's why we need to break these monopolies up. If the monopolies were broken up, then they'll compete for privacy. But nope, just let it all hang out. No one's gonna stop us. Now I can understand police action, but officers not the real police person. They shouldn't be able to find someone via their phone number. It's stupid, and that's why I don't share my, especially not a phone number going to an actual phone or a SIM card. I don't share that out. At most, I'll share some kind of voice IP thing I can just easily destroy. But still, I don't share actual important phone numbers to crazy people on YouTube. That's just dumb. And Lindsay's probably one of the craziest of the bunch because she keeps chasing after people that don't want her.
I think from my perspective, and I know this isn't. I don't want to criticize you, but if I was in a relationship with somebody and they had like an online hobby and they gave their number out to any girl, like regardless of like, this is a logistics thing, this is a friend, this is whatever, like I wouldn't like it. And maybe I'm insecure and maybe I'm jealous. No, I'm saying that Landry and this Lindsay thing that they were talking about yesterday, because I was watching, like I understand that like Lindsay felt compelled to come up and say like, we were just friends, like there's an age gap, it's stupid, but I'm just saying from the perspective of Landry's like partner or whatever, if I was her, I would be pissed that you gave your number out at all.
So Flo State gave me her number.
Okay.
Just for this reason alone, right? He plants seeds like this a lot. But I mean, here's the thing, right? It's a lot of people, will send me messages about shit online that I ignore most of them. But especially when there's the financial aspect of this, that's where it gets tricky. To where you don't want to be rude to people. So it's like, oh, thank you. I probably had 2 people, maybe 4, here whenever this first started. Which nothing started. We didn't really talk that much. It's just her immediately was like, okay, I can pretend to send you nudes and I can do this and that. It's like, no, I don't want to manufacture drama. It's like the best kind. Like I said, it happens organically. So now that it's like reached its final stage last night, she's like,
yeah, people do that shit.
What? She wanted to pretend to send you nudes?
Are you really saying you're in good faith? What do you mean, Lindsay?
Yeah, that's just stupid. Pretend to send nudes. If you're gonna get the phone number, send actual nudes. Now you're just wasting everyone's time. I would have blocked her right there. Don't pretend to send nudes. Yeah, you just send them for real. You're blocked. No cap. I would have blocked her right there. I mean, I'm on the internet. I could get nudes of other people right now, and you can waste time pretending. Lindsay's a LARPer. Bounce way. Write that down. Lindsay's a LARPer.
Like how? I mean, I'm not saying it's like vicious. It's really, for me, it's like popcorn, right? It's like popcorn drama, to where it's just
It's
so
like
subtle.
microwave popcorn.
Yeah, I was just like, if anyone's, and it was so funny because the chat was just like freaking out about it. It was all women, like all women chatting, just, oh, she did what? Oh my god, no way! I never seen anything like it here, dude. They were coming so fast. It was like the way that Steven sends his Bex XXL chats. It's over, boom, 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 boom. But it was all like, it was wild. It was wild as hell. You can't make that.
Extra large. That's not me.
Yeah, I haven't
But
seen it in a
there's-
long time.
Lindsay can't carry anything like that for very long. Like people know how she is, and so I mean, I don't take her very seriously. I think she's quite harmless, but
I do.
I also understand why she pisses people off sometimes.
I think
don't know
she's
what it
funny.
is. I think
I
she's
like
funny, too.
Lindsay. I haven't seen her in a thong, but I do like her.
Who's got that background over there?
But every single drama she's involved in, I think
That's
it's like
Zephyr.
it always goes around the
Sorry.
same lines almost. So it's kind of funny sometimes.
Did y'all
Zephyr
see,
is heavy breathing over Landry. That's what it is.
No, it's
not
the
bad.
heater. Steven, don't address
Heavy
me.
breathing. Shh.
This is why we'll never get anywhere though, is because of these mic issues. Am I right? Okay, Lindsay. So if I don't know, Lindsay, I can never really communicate with you normally, but if you're saying you're not doing anything superficial, then I don't know. I don't really know. What would be the other point of telling me we could fake sending nudes if it what would be the reason for that if it wasn't to create artificial drama? Oh, no drama, please. All right, so she's not sincere.
Oh shit.
To
Okay,
her
well, in
credit,
that
though,
case-
she has left her avatar for like 2 or 3 days. She hasn't changed it in a few days. She's getting better at that.
Well, I guess that makes everything okay then.
I wouldn't go that far, but she
Drama
usually
over.
changes it a lot of times. She takes a lot of selfies, so she is
Okay.
getting a little bit better.
Well, she basically, there was not just her, but there's several people saying, oh, make the photo, the Lindsay emoji, make the Lindsay emoji. And she sent me that one, and I'm like, but why? Like, why that picture? And then she sent me another one, and, everyone just that which is, and others telling me, you got to make the Lindsay emoji. So I fucking did it. And then Arpol just started spamming it. I don't remember what exactly happened. Oh, it was when she called me, and then she just, he spammed, and she immediately after the phone call was like, get rid of the emoji, fuck the emoji. It's like, dude, I didn't want to put the emoji there. So all this stuff, we see here, right? This is what she loves, this is her way of becoming a topic of conversation.
What's the big deal about an emoji? Why is that a big thing?
She was losing her mind. She made me fucking do it. Okay, it didn't make me. She wanted me to do it. I did it. A day later, take that shit down. Why do you have that up there? Oh my god. It's just silly to me. This is the kind of silly that I find.
What is it? Is it just her face, or
No,
is she nude, or what?
It's her bikini picture she sends everywhere. It's like the second half of her emoji she has right now in there. It
Oh,
looks like it was
okay.
taken in 2002.
2002.
That which is one of the facial emoji.
she probably didn't expect him to know how to analyze the timestamp of the photo.
Lindsay wants a facial? What are you
Emoji.
talking about? Oh, emoji. I'm
What?
sorry.
Yeah.
Landry, your eyes. Hey, Landry, your eyes were rolling back again, doing that thing where they roll back in your head. How do you do that?
It's
How
just
do they
ner-
do that?
It's a nervous tick.
I want to be able to do that to freak people out. I don't know how to do it.
What does he do?
He rolls
roll
his
my
eyes, you can
so
see the
they're,
whites.
not closed all the way.
They're open and rolling back, and you can see them roll.
We
It's
have
weird.
no female emojis. This is the whole thing right at the start of the Lindsay emoji.
That's incredible.
That pic is about 1 point. Okay, what are you talking about, Lindsay? How's that pic not been around for like years? That same one? How is it weeks old?
On Halloween night, are you going to admit to being a demon, being able to roll your eyes back?
I think that there's demonic aspects of all of us.
Even Lindsay and Neve and Zephyr?
Well, that says a lot about Zephyr right there, huh?
Well,
Rowan,
to be
I'll say
fair,
you.
a lot of people think I'm demonic.
Can I ask you this, Neve?
Why?
What's between your legs?
Oh,
That
man.
was the best possible way you could have asked that, I think.
You know what I mean, though? Like,
You put it
I
delicately.
don't know.
Dude,
Hey, what's between your legs?
It could be either way.
I'm blown away by the tact that you just demonstrated there. I think.
Is that sarcasm?
Well, see, I think that's the problem I have with you, Landry. It's the same thing, right? I think when I hear you talk, I often question, is that sarcasm? I don't know.
I don't
You
think
know?
Neve wants to answer you. I think Neve is dodging.
Okay, I mean you don't have to. I mean, like I guess I don't know because I mean I can tell.
Oh,
most people.
like what is my birth sex? Is that what you're asking?
No, I just don't know. Like I don't know if you're. I just don't know anything about you. I don't know if. Okay, so say right now.
He wants nudes.
He's right.
Like you've never seen me on camera, is what you're saying.
Yes, and then the
Okay,
voice could
there
go
we
either
go.
way. That's all I'm saying.
Fair enough.
I've seen Neve on camera, to be fair. I think Neve has a crush on me.
Have we spoken before?
I think so, yeah, on Flow States. I joined your channel actually. One time you had your channel set up and you had it so that people could put emojis and then it would float across your screen flying all over.
Right.
And what did I put on there?
Yeah, what did you put on there? Hold on, I'll change my avatar to something.
Okay. I've seen you eat sushi before. You ate a great big thing of sushi.
Oh yeah, I bought a party pack of sushi and ate it on Flow's stream.
Did you answer? I must have missed it.
You know me. You like me.
Oh, I like you.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure.
The face and the voice don't match, but
well, this is UFO Jesus. This isn't my actual face.
Are you serious? This is what you look like?
Yes.
Wow. I was just the whole Bumblebee thing really consumed me, and this is like getting
Why did you think?
I thought you were a Bumblebee.
Literally.
Yeah.
That's crazy. No, the Bumblebee thing happened because when my community, when I had a Discord, like before I just deleted it, it was called The Hive, and it was like a community member that I had that named it like the Neve Hive. So then I by default became a bee. So my entire stream, like which was like I streamed for like a year and a half or like 2 years almost. It was just filled with bee references. So when I decided to do the show with Crab, that's how I ended up being the bee.
Dude, look how much Steven is feeling himself in that photo.
Yeah, that's me feeling myself. That's me, Neve. You remember me? We got along, I think.
I don't remember you, to be honest.
Oh, okay. Are you Canadian though? You sound Canadian.
What does a Canadian sound like?
You've got a Canadian sound and accent. Like you don't sound like Landry. He sounds like a mix between.
Yeah, I'm bored of Canadians. Let's go to the next video. So this was a couple days ago on Gen X Jeff's program. And the probably should skip to the part when I came in. Let's start here.
Just in time to hear.
Let's not skip yet.
Frank get me copyright struck.
Woo-hoo-hoo.
Actually, I'm gonna save it for piss music. I'm not good at. I'm not the best at impersonation. Oh, you mean for costumes? Yeah, like just change your avatar and your screen name, just like they just do with the soccer accounts, and just come as someone else. I don't know what you do about the voice though. You'd have to do somebody maybe similar.
Your voice changer. Like Snafu did to my show.
Is this the one from last night?
From last night.
Remember we played it?
Last night? Oh yeah, you
Audio
did, huh?
You don't remember?
You did. That's right. I forgot.
We played both with the weird version and the crazy version.
Oh yeah, you did. That's crazy. Yeah, it's pretty cool. Yeah, I played it a couple of places today. There's this other group. They just do nothing but music, and they're just a bunch of music makers.
Let's skip to where I come in.
I love that people have art to bring around to the different streams now. This is so cool. Like, hi, I'm Zephyr. I'm stopping by on your stream today.
Skip closer.
Bladderstone too, but they wouldn't let me have it.
What they let my grandma. She kept it in the kitchen, like on her shelf with her dishes. There was this little bottle with stones.
I wanted it. Yeah, I wanted it. I was like, I wanted the whole thing. I wanted to put it in formaldehyde and keep it, but my gallbladder.
They used to let you. I wonder why. They let
Yeah,
me
I
keep
don't
my
know.
teeth.
I asked him and he wouldn't let me. He was like, no.
Happy Halloween.
said-
Yeah, what are you doing for Halloween, by the way?
I don't know.
Let's
I don't
do a
think I'm
party.
doing anything this year. My friend Kelly asked me if I was doing anything, but I don't know. I think Dan is
We
working.
can create
so
spooky AI music and songs and premiere them.
maybe.
What message I
We
deleted?
could do the Monster Mash. There's plenty of them around here.
Yeah, Dan works tomorrow and the next day, so or the next night. I'm at work in the car right now.
Yeah, that's weird.
Now, just waiting, hanging out.
You're in that shopping center.
Yep. I usually get out and walk around. It's kind of chilly tonight, though.
What time does he get off?
7 a.m. and it's like 3:30 now, pretty much.
Wait, so you're out there for hours just sitting in the car?
Yeah, I can fall asleep, or like I just like.
Why
hang
don't
out
you
on
just stay at
screen.
the house?
Because I can't. I have to drive him.
Yeah. Pause. Administrative note. Yeah. Looks like I somehow deleted Landry saying I imagine I'm a secret zebra. That was a mistake. If something. Yeah, I wouldn't have deleted that. That's why I showed it on purpose. So I apologize for that one getting deleted. I didn't mean to delete that one. Must have clicked the wrong thing on StreamYard. So let me get back to where we were.
He doesn't have a license right now.
But you can't like drop him off and go back home. And
No,
pick
it's
him
too
up.
far. It's like a 45-minute drive, so it's like much easier just to wait.
Yeah, I'm starting to get confused here because my trip to work, at least during the daytime, is 45 minutes. It's less at night. But I don't know. Let someone get. I don't know why someone wouldn't have the license they used to have one. Other than they weren't driving well.
In the car until in the morning, because I would be doing this at home anyways, just sitting in the bed.
Okay.
And if I'm tired, I can climb in the back seat. I brought a pillow and a blanket.
What does he do?
He works at a laundromat. He's an attendant.
Oh, okay.
Graveyard shift.
Oh, yeah.
There's only like
graveyard.
3 cars here right now. It's very slow tonight.
Well, it's not slow over here. Let's welcome the man.
Hank! Yay!
Yeah, 45-minute drive is pretty much my normal drive to work. Maybe in the night it's like down to 30.
Your mic is watery or muffled.
Let me turn it back up. For some reason, it goes down when I come here. Mic check.
Yep, I think
Yeah.
you're okay.
That's better.
What's up?
What are you up? What are you up to?
Oh yes. So try to send you a PM, but I'll just ask you the same question live. So pretty much, Zephyr. I started going to strip clubs again. I think I did once last week and once this week because I just need to train my body. I know I can read just choosing signals because about visual novels, but my body isn't properly trained. So I started going to strip clubs so I could have at my instinctual level epigenetically like my flattery instincts and responses and sales, if I can improve my sales and stuff.
So you can work on your flirting?
Yes.
Yes. Cool. So what do you want to ask?
I think you went beyond the flirting stage, right?
Yeah. But we had to go further than the flirting stage. I'm actually was pretty okay with flirting already. Just I can't escalate properly because I don't have the bodily experience. I could read, probably can't write. I would say.
Cool.
But yeah.
And
so pretty much. Since you work in the industry, I'm trying to figure out what do guess people work they usually do during the daytime, so I can just integrate myself there as well. So I don't just be a client.
Like where?
I think they just do what we're doing now. They're probably stuck in some other part of town, if I had to be honest. So, or on Facebook or something like that. But that means they're inaccessible, which is annoying.
The strippers hate.
But Zephyr Xerxes she's just gonna answer the zeitgeist default answer, which means she doesn't know. Just join clubs, but she needs to understand that I'm 33 years old. I wasn't on YouTube till I was like 30 years old. I wasn't doing YouTube stuff, which means I had to be somewhere. But where could I be about not being on YouTube. I was just just doing the club stuff. I was in maker spaces. I was in meetup groups, and of course, everything came to a halt during the lockdowns. But I was basically on lockdowns too. I didn't get the break. I was in logistics, so. But hair advice is garbage. I guess it's technically correct if you're the right person, but then if you're using a blue pill model, then there's really nothing to do. And if she's using some different model, I need her to explain what model.
Take out of the day.
Yes.
It's really unreasonable to think that any stripper would be willing to date a client.
We know. I bet everyone has a story of stripper dating a client. So I think at least I heard a few secondhand ones. And well, I hear about it all the time, even in the Panaverse. So.
Well, I don't know who is. I've never seen it in the whole time that I was working.
Tarek told me, but he's unreliable anyways. Who else? Please. Tarek at the top of my head.
In there, I have heard of some girls that were they were working girls on the side, but that is about the only time. I mean, I went out on one date with a guy.
At least in this region, I can't confirm the existence of those. But of course, they wouldn't post anything online because they wouldn't need to. Well, would they need to? I don't know. I don't even know the business enough, so I wouldn't know.
And we just went out to dinner, and it was very awkward. It was like, I don't know. It was not. He was like totally like. He was in love with like a fantasy version of who I was, I think. And
why did you walk into? I'm critiquing Zephyr Avoxel on her advice, and I probably had to get Jeff too, because he's gonna recommend something he won't dog food himself. So it's garbage advice that can't possibly help anyone. Loading for minutes. It's you.
definitely not.
Aren't we all?
Yeah. But I felt I quit dancing shortly after that as well, because it was like kind of over anyways. But it was just like, yeah, I don't know. I don't know. I don't think it's
The freak I'm allowed to touch with the club, so maybe I pretty much if you go to get a lap dance, you can touch them if they give the permission, or just too slow.
Yeah. I think that it might have been. I don't know if the regulations are different there or whatever, but
They are.
yeah, they must be, because like we were allowed to touch the guys like limited amounts, a little bit more in the VIP room probably. I mean, I think there was one guy that I was very attracted to, and I probably in the VIP room got a little bit crazy, but he was just really, really attractive, and it was like, wow, I bid him.
So write this down. She followed policy unless she was attracted to him. So there you go.
He wanted me
You
to.
bit
Though.
him?
He wanted me to.
Oh. I guess it does go by state. I don't know how it is in Vegas at the chicken ranches.
Yeah, and even if the stuff is forbade, I mean, who's going to enforce? No way the police who goes to strip club regularly is going to enforce those policies. They don't care. The only issue is they're going to kick someone out because they're annoying.
Oh, at the chicken ranch or the bunny ranch or whatever. They those are, yeah, that's actually a.
You could touch.
Well, yeah, there's more than that at the bunny ranch.
There's no point in me traveling halfway across the country when there's plenty of people here.
Yeah, especially for dating, yeah. But I'm not like thinking that that's really a reasonable like place to
You're
find a
dashing his
stripper.
Yeah, but I'm already out of school, so don't tell me to just go to school. Plus, it's more expensive in traveling across the country.
Yeah. Well, I mean, just saying that there's got to be better places to find someone to date, but it's good practice, I suppose.
All right, but you have no idea. You have no idea where you are when you went working.
Where would you send somebody like Hank?
Somewhere, I mean, you're gonna ideally be looking for somebody that has somewhat common interests. So whatever you're into, just like, I mean, most of the time I've actually found someone that I was working with, or someone that, like, I've dated guys whenever I worked at the grocery store. I met some people there, and I went out with them, and or go to concerts or things like that, and I've met people.
All right, so
But
there's a mantra that I actually follow called "Don't shit where you eat," which means don't bother dating coworkers, because if
we'll
it
see,
doesn't
and
go well,
I followed
then
that
you get
too.
the
But I
growth
would just
spurt.
quit my job and find another one if I found somebody that I like to date at a job.
Okay.
But if you're attached to your job, I suppose that wouldn't be very good for you to do then.
I can drop it, but the thing is, most jobs are garbage. Plus, we're doing a lot of stuff changing the economy because of that chatbot slop and stuff.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. There's got to be there's meetups and stuff for different interests and stuff. There's like Facebook groups, locals or whatever.
Yeah, that was
I know.
doing a decade ago. That wasn't working for me. I was in the makers. Yeah, I was doing meetup stuff for like the past like 12 years before lockdown started. At least no less than 10 years. So 2020 2010 for sure, and a little bit before that, including politics groups, autist groups, which I quit all of them now. I quit all of them. We did churches again a couple years ago till Officer Snaps and Tara called my church, and the church couldn't stand the fence, so I actually haven't walked back in since. So I've been back there since last fall. Or was it last summer? I'm not quite sure. But they sat on the fence and said, "Oh, you should try not to offend them, not to mention us." So I just, okay, I'm not even gonna walk in. I only gave them a nominal amount this year and then walked in a single time. All this year, only $25, and I haven't walked in a single time. Because if you're just gonna sit on the fence and say support people who support you, then I don't know why I'm there. Faces. I mean, it's foreign guy in Arizona versus a guy that's local to you. You can't pick. You're stupid. Computer stuff, I still am, but I just got tired of being around those people, so I stopped going. Plus, it's kind of expensive because it's across town.
Find out where the autistic women hang out?
Yeah, I know. That's what I was. That's what I suggested before. Was like the autists dating autists group.
I guess the autists groups too controlled by shrinks, so just don't want to be around.
Is it?
Well, mine are locally.
Oh man. Well, have you talked to Twilight anymore about you guys going out and him wingmanning, or is he too busy?
I don't need a wingman. I just need opportunities.
Have you gone on Kendra
yet? Jeff, I don't go full stream with this, Jeff. Jeff, listen closely. Why do you think Kendra G is a good suggestion if you refuse to go on Kendra G yourself when you're in the same boat I am in? Why do you think it's a good suggestion? Eat your own friggin' dog food before you suggest Kendra G, or no one's gonna take the suggestion seriously. No one's gonna take it seriously. No one should take it seriously because you're not gonna eat your own dog food. And that's kind of my problem with Talcott as well. Well, actually, Talcott's a different thing. He doesn't demonstrate that the thing can't even work. No, that's the same thing. Eat your own dog food, and then I could take the suggestion. Have you gone Kendra yet?
No, but I'm not looking like you are.
What's Kendra?
She's a YouTuber, and you go on and you tell her it's like a dating show, and you tell her what you're looking for, and she asks you some questions, and she has like thousands and thousands of an audience, and then if anybody in her audience is interested, they just contact her and she hooks y'all up.
Yeah, so I go.
So it's like a way to like put a little live personal ad in front of a very large audience.
Yes, so I don't have to buy appeal, so I'm not going to try to go across a large audience.
Well, you don't know it until you don't
Well,
know
yeah,
what
you
appeal
don't know.
have.
It's like
Do it with your
there was
shirt
that
off,
what-
though.
what happened with that one girl that was flirting with you on the panel that one time?
Noelle?
I was gonna say Noelle.
No,
No, it wasn't Noelle. It was the black girl.
I haven't seen her. Yeah, I haven't seen her again, so she's not being compatible.
And she was definitely flirting with you.
Yeah, she was, but I haven't seen her, so she's not compatible. But yeah, Noelle,
Yeah, I would say
no,
you
no.
definitely don't want to date any panelverse people. Like I think all the ones that I've seen that
I
are
think
single,
they're all
are-
taken. They're all dating each other.
they're all dating each other, or they're crazy, or they're taken. You know.
Yeah, the only Pelverse person that's if she wasn't so
Me and
far
Joe
away
Cool would
is
date
compatible
someone.
is Snowfire because she's the same MBTI type, so I could tolerate her over a long time. But yeah, most Pelverse people, nah.
Yeah. Well, if anybody out there in the panelverse watching this tonight, right now, knows
That's right. If there's
anybody
any outliers out there that
that find Hank delectable, like a little bit of chocolate.
chocolate drop.
Yep, yep.
Demon time PT party. That's right. Actually, it's Seder time. We were doing personal growth work. Believe it or not. Welcome, whoever you are.
That's Bunny Christ.
I wonder if that's
He
who.
doesn't
Oh,
like any of
gosh.
us, but he stuck the technology is over him.
Is he stalking you, Hank?
I'm so glad our troll
I
is
thought
back.
he was married. I thought he had a wife.
Yeah, I
Frank?
know. I'm not. I'm not so
Yes,
convinced
yeah,
anymore. I want to
married
talk
that.
to it. I want to talk to his wife. I don't believe she exists.
Mimsy limbs. Yeah, I could. Hank, I gotta criticize you. You're doing the same stuff King Steven's doing. But then again, he earned it, so. Yeah, Bunny Christ earns this kind of treatment, but you're doing the same thing King Steven's doing. With the jabs and stuff.
Oh, is that
Is that
Rant?
his wife?
Yes, that's Bunny Christ.
Oh, I thought that was a girl.
No, it's Bunny. Well, I can see him now. Well, he's a twink. But that's Bunny.
I thought Mimsy Limbs was a girl.
This is a girl. Bunny Christ is a boy, allegedly, but he's a twink, so.
Yeah, he's kind of a character.
Bunny Christ is Rant, right?
Yes.
Yes, Rant.
You had to have a faith in him because
I
you
like
can't trust
Rant.
any other branch of Christianity other than one he's
Yeah, Rant doesn't care much for me. I don't
Oh.
think he thinks I'm a witch, and
Well, he thinks I'm a devil worshiper.
yeah,
It hasn't
I
stopped
like
us.
him though. He's all right, I guess. I mean, I love everybody. I don't know if I like him.
I'm kind of confused why he was even there, but it doesn't bother me.
No, actually, I do love him though.
He's
Maybe
He's
you could
okay.
be our lover. Like I could outsource the love to you, so I don't have to do it, and you could just love everybody in the community for me.
I try. I mean, I do that anyways. So, I mean, I'm not opposed to it. You just have to give me what I'm expected to do, and I will agree or disagree.
I guess just keep the people love bombed and feeling good.
Yeah, I try and
We'll do
stay
bad
positive.
cop, good cop. I'll be the heavy that sets the boundaries and tells them everything wrong about themselves, and you could be the one that comes and loves bombs them, and makes them feel welcomed and wanted and belong.
Well, I'm not doing no glazing though. I'm not a glazer. I'm not
Oh.
gonna glaze no donuts.
We
But
kind of need a glazer. We lost our best glazer the other day.
who? Who?
The guy we lost.
Oh, yeah. Is he? He was never glazing, was he?
He's
Was
good,
I thought that was just,
Yeah,
that was
I
like
think he's going somewhere.
that was like more toothpaste
He
than glaze.
did go somewhere.
Well, I'm pretty good at glazing when I want to.
Yeah, I bet.
I try. I do honest
Ooh.
glazing. I can't glaze if it's
I
not
do
actually
too.
real.
I can't lie.
But if it's real, I could put layers and layers of glaze.
I can find something good to say about anyone.
Me too.
Can
And
you
I
really?
tried
Who's the person you hate most in the panelverse?
Look, Bunny Christ annoys me right now, so I'll glaze him. So
Can you find something good to say about him?
oh, absolutely. So he's very enthusiastic. He's very enthusiastic.
He is a lot of passion.
Yeah, he's all passionate.
Yep.
Um,
I like his characters whenever he does whenever he's dressed up like
Ooh,
the
that's a
Morphin,
challenge.
the Morphin Mighty Morphin group or whatever the fucking thing that he was on the other day, or whenever he was Andrew Wilson.
I do think there is one thing that I have to give Snafu credit for, but I don't want to empower him, so I don't want to say it on stream. But
Yeah.
and it's not necessarily a good thing. It's just a thing that he had a certain skill that I have to give him his props for. I don't
Yeah,
necessarily
what is
consider
it?
it even a
Yes,
good one, but that's as close as I could come to praise for anything about Snafu.
Yeah, he has a lot of audio avatars. He probably doesn't like looking at his own face, but he has a lot of audio avatars, and sometimes it matches the bit he's doing. So he's good. He's good
Yeah.
at making clothes, I guess.
If I have to
Well,
say something good
that's what
about
we
him,
can make this to say something nice about your enemy's stream.
yeah. Well, with Snafu, I think that he's persistent. That's a good thing, usually, I guess.
Like fanatical and
well, he's
obsessed.
persistent. He like sticks with his story. Like even if his story is off, he's very adamant and
That's
persistent
admirable to you.
and tenacious.
He persists in the face of reality,
Yeah.
Yep.
like Don Quixote.
But I don't know if I could. I mean, and he's got a nice smile when he's smiling, I guess.
Okay, this is good. This is good work. Not many people would be able to say all those good things about the people they hate.
Yeah, the couple of times when he does dress decent, when he has his beard trimmed with his glasses, you wouldn't even know just that he's Snafu.
Yeah.
Well, he pulled off a good deception right here on this stream one night.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah, that
How
was
so?
one of his best. It was a master troll. I gotta give it to him.
Did you fall
He
for
came
it?
backstage posing as somebody else, and I thought he was that person, and I started talking to them like they were that person.
Yeah, Snafu pretending to be Cynthia. Where was it? Is this Talcott prep or a Brownsville one? Well, here's the thing with Talcott and Brownsville. There's a lot of overlap between their beliefs. There's a lot of overlap, so kind of. I usually use a shotgun, so it kind of hit them both at the same time, like pointing their general direction. In fact, I'm trying to find the right Talcott video right now, so please hold.
And saying like we were getting into it, and it wasn't even the real person. And then the person watches the streams. It's like, I didn't know Jeff thought all that about me. And then they went on a crusade against me and Moose.
Oh yeah.
And then all kind of bullshit lies came out, and it completely imploded, and that was the end of that. And it never happened again.
Yeah. Yeah, it's good whenever you can minimize the damage. And people trying to do
I just
damage.
walk. I don't sit there in dumpster fires and keep poking and poking. I walk away. The minute
Yeah,
I
I
see
know. I don't
disaster,
understand why more.
I step away from it.
I just don't understand why more people don't do that.
I've been ever since I was a kid. I grew up with a lot of dysfunction, and I also had like a lot of healthy people in places around me, and I just naturally knew to gravitate away from the dysfunction to the healthy every time. If there was too much dysfunction, I would go find where the health was. Just instinct. And so I don't have like dysfunction. I have a natural reaction to dysfunction that turns me off. It's displeasure. It seems unhealthy. I'm not incentivized to be involved in it. I want a better path. Except that's my reaction to dysfunction. Some people get into it and it feeds them.
Yeah, the things that they're arguing about for the most part are not even really important things. And it's like, even if you disagree with somebody, like, you're not going to convince them by arguing.
I think there's a lot of emotional enmeshment that happens under the surface, and then the conversations are like the surface symptom of whatever this emotional dynamic is. And I can't figure out what the emotional hook is.
Oh, well, yeah, I can figure it out. So it's usually domination or paranoia. So, example.
So nothing healthy.
Yeah. So, Pancake Planeteer is paranoid about just science in school, which is reasonable because a lot of the stuff they teach in school is just wrong. But they haven't got the technical skills to figure out what the shape of the thing they live on is, because they haven't read the source they did the first time.
It's a great filter.
There's a bulletproof argument or there's a bulletproof thing that you can say to all flat earthers, and every single one of them, not a single one of them has come at me whenever they say, do you believe in the flat earth?
Have you ever been on a plane?
No, I say, I believe it's all the shapes simultaneously. So I'm not invalidating them. And their paradigm fits within my paradigm.
People pleaser answer.
Yes.
You're all right, and I love you all.
Yeah, and I say show me the edge. So
I'll just say,
Yeah.
like, didn't they just go to Antarctica? Antarctica. That's the
They
only thing
did,
I
and that was like a big old controversy thing too. They were like, apparently that they got psyoped or like somebody was paid or something like that. I don't know.
You
It was all
have a
sorts of
good
big
point.
conspiracy.
If that is the bulk of what constitutes the panelverse, these are not people that are processing the world in a normal way to begin with.
Probably not.
So it's
There are very few
not
famous
surprising that
people.
they would have these weird bonds with each other that produce this.
Yeah,
What did you say?
check it.
Paranoia and what else? Domination.
yes,
They get in their echo chambers, and everything is like fear based. That they're because there's something beneath the surface, like you said.
The slave
That
realm or the hell realm or
that's
whatever. that we're living
or
in.
something that's like, oh, it's the hell realm. All these people are demons or something.
They are
It's
my
always
hell
fear.
realm. Their paranoia and fear of the hell realm is making my world a hell realm. They're bringing
Well,
the hell
but
into it.
you don't have to let it.
I don't.
You
I don't.
Yeah,
But
see?
it finds its way over here because a lot of people come from there.
yeah,
Yeah, well, it's just like annoying mosquitoes. You have to deal with them, You know?
yeah. So with
Yes.
domination,
How do you manage your annoying mosquitoes in a community? That is a very good question.
careful light management.
Get to know them.
Yeah, that too.
I try. I can only go so far with
Some people,
people
yeah.
that whose minds are that different from mine.
Yeah. Well, and that's got to
I
be
try.
particularly challenging for you because your mind is different than a lot of people's. I mean,
I
mine
think
is
I think it's
pretty
pretty normal,
challenging for
but
me. You think it's
yeah,
normal, but you're
it is
not
different in
normal yet.
ways I'm not always aware. It
Yeah.
is.
I think you're different, but I like different.
Depends on the difference, I guess.
And I've heard you like talking shit about women, but I don't take it personally. I understand it. I mean, I kind of agree with you about a lot of things that you've said. Like, and
Experience and observation. That's all I'm sharing. Hey, Moose.
Yeah, exactly.
Good morning.
So when it comes for domination, that's probably because a lot of people's relationships they claim it's mutual is actually hierarchical.
Yeah.
Right. It's like power over versus power with. Some people need power over to feel comfortable and get things done, and some people are able to share power collectively and do things.
Yep. And I'm all about that second
And
one.
some people are
The first
threatened
one
by power
sucks.
sharing. So instead of collaboration, they have to be the one that sets himself up at the top of the hierarchy.
Well,
Which
some people
is
do that,
fine
and
if
then
you're
you
a good
just-
leader, but it's the bad leaders that keep ending up at the top somehow. That's the dysfunction to me. Is the good people are not the ones rising to the top.
Yeah. Well, that's because
So it's not filtering for
But
health.
think about it though. They're getting the bad team too, because the people that would fall for that are not really that great of a team to have.
Exactly.
Right. I don't-
Yeah, Zephyr has a really good point. People who like being close and following orders are really good at running things. So I prefer not to have them. I prefer not to be in a code even if I'm running it.
I don't think it is either. I'm looking at an eye from like the mainstream. What are people out there going to want to get invested in? What are they going to want to put their time, their effort into? And I don't think it's going to be a dysfunctional collection of YouTube channels. So I'm trying to give them something that is worth putting their time into. So that's my biggest criticism of the Panelverse is how is it going to reflect on other people on YouTube trying to do things that are different from that. I don't want to be tarred with their brush.
So
Yeah. Don't be
some-
tarred.
Yeah, so OTW did a good way to self-reflect. He watched his own show and criticized himself. So that's actually really good.
Yeah.
Oh,
That's a great idea.
that's not too narcissistic.
No,
I don't think so.
I don't think so.
I,
And you know
I
what?
wouldn't
I
even know
actually
where
go
to
back.
start. Is there a show in particular I should criticize? That would be
Well,
weird
just
to
go
me.
back
I
and
did
find
want
a
to do an
random
AI
show.
version of myself and talk to myself.
You could do that too. That's really interesting idea. I like to go back and I watch myself, and it's like whenever I go to review other people, I make sure that it's usually something that I was on too, and then I go back and I observe myself from the outside.
I used to do that when I first started streaming. I would watch each stream so I could learn and get better. And then I got to a point where I'm like, dude, you're fine. There's nothing else you need to learn from it. It's all in your head. Like the things that I think I'm coming across a certain way, when I see them on stream, nobody can notice them. And after a while, I learned to just relax that. Like whatever I think is going on and coming across, it's not really going to get picked up on stream. So I don't have to stress over that anymore. And once I learned that, I stopped needing to watch myself. But watching it from a technical perspective to like criticize the show and what could be better about it, I could see
Yeah.
advantage in doing.
Well, and see, and lately I've only been rewatching ones that if it comes up and I want to share the show with someone, I'll watch it as I share it. I'll share it with them and then I'll watch it myself. So if they ever want to talk to me about it, it'll be like right there in the front. Or
I did do one stream like that with the Dutchie thing when I was going over, because she was spreading all these lies. It was right there on stream. So I took the stream and I went over it step by step to show the individual, like the path of the communication and the lies where she was trying to take it one way and what everybody else saw happened. So I reviewed that stream for a very specific purpose, to clear my name and restore my credibility.
yeah,
But that's the only time I've
I
ever
did
done
that
something
too
like that.
with a show with 10th Man. That supposedly Orthodox guy had a problem with shit that I said that, you know, and I was like, it's not talking shit if it's true. And you were doing the
To me,
exact
he's
same
just a
thing.
bully. There's a lot of bullies here that like to go and
Yeah.
pick fights and test their
I think
mettle.
so too. And I'm like,
Maybe
I
it's a
just,
guy thing or a
I
wannabe
think he
alpha
just,
thing. Like, because real alphas don't need to go around bullying people and picking fights.
yeah,
That's not
I
leadership.
just think it's funny that it's like people like to follow people around to different places on the Panelverse and try and like screw with them wherever they go.
I think it's male bonding. I think it's
It
guys'
might be.
ways of bonding. They pick somebody that they have some
So-
attraction to or want to
so
bond
is
with,
that-
and then they start fighting.
So you think that's what Rant is doing with Hank, maybe
No, I think
trying to
that's
bond with
I
him?
think that's two spurgs. Go
Uh,
at it.
I would say it's bonding.
Y'all think you're bonding?
Yeah, I do.
That's what it was with me and Browns Boy. I mean, honestly, I like Browns Boy so
I
much
love
now,
Browns
but at
Boy.
first he used to like
Me
freaking just
too.
get on. He used to get on my nerves.
I hated him. I couldn't even be on a panel with him. And every time we were on a panel, we'd fight. I would just start tearing it to me. He gave me any little reason. That was it.
Yeah, he would just criticize every little thing
And
about
that
me.
went on
and
for. He would try to like care on the panel and start policing everybody and tell people.
Yeah,
how
but
they were
then at
gonna
a certain
talk. And I'm
point-
like, not with me.
then
And then
a
at
certain
some point, I started paying attention to what he was actually saying. And the
Yeah.
dude is hilarious.
he is. I know, right? It's like so great. And
Yeah,
it's
he's
like
funny.
half the shit he says is like just a troll. And
He
it's
is
like if
right.
you just
He's-
don't take it personally,
I love
it's
him.
like
He's
what?
so sharp and witty and unique.
Yeah,
Yeah.
sometimes he gets on a mission though, and he's like, I don't know, he goes a little extra. But
I like extra.
yeah, I do too. Really.
I usually just push him a little bit further because he just a lot of times he tries to sap the troll and you need to actually follow through with the move for it to even work. And they say, "Now you
He
do it
tries to
yourself."
do what?
So when he tries to sap the troll, he needs you to follow through for the troll to even work. So I just say, "Nah, you figure out on your own."
Is he
So
one of
can
the
I ask-
people who's trying to dominate that you were talking about?
Oh, absolutely.
Who
Yeah.
are the dominators, like the major ones, to look out for?
Nafu, Paul.
Yeah, Dusty is, but he'll leave people alone.
Who?
He's satisfied.
Yeah, Dusty, he doesn't like really, he doesn't go chasing after people trying to dominate him. He definitely
No,
establishes.
he dominates his own space. Like he's the
Yeah.
king of his own lair.
Well,
But
and
he
he's
doesn't
kicked
really
me
go
off.
out and pick fights, I don't think, unless it's for
He's
content.
kicked me off twice, and then like one time I was like, I think you overreacted, and he actually like said, yeah, I probably did, and he unblocked me. And then the second time I came back with like a different name because I was like, that was unreasonable, and you know it, But I was like, it was real obvious because I have a second account. It's Becky Licious Zephyr Girl, so it was like obviously me. And he didn't kick me out, and he was just annoyed. He was hangry or something. I said something wrong. But he seems pretty reasonable to me. And I think
He
I
can
think the
be,
same
but he
way-
has his little moments.
I think the same thing with OTW and with Landry is like, I think they both have good things about them. And they're both, I know Landry's really challenging because he's funny in a way that is like
I
so
don't find him
deadpan sometimes.
He doesn't make me laugh at all.
Well, that's
he's
because you
gonna
don't get
piss
the
him off.
deadpan. Because I think a lot of times he's doing this deadpan and it's so
I
good.
don't take him seriously because it's like random brain noise. It doesn't connect into any larger picture ever.
I better warn Jeff this. And since Larry's watching this one, then Jeff's probably watching too. Jeff, Landry's probably gonna come after you. Just send him my way. It's not just ignore him, send him my way. I'll take care of it.
And
Yeah,
so
but-
it's if you don't enjoy him in the moment, there's nothing else to enjoy.
But he's
Like
actually
Hank, I
doing
can get a
some good
long-term
stuff.
sense of who Hank is from our conversations. There's this
Well, yeah, he's
consistency
like-
that develops over time. I don't get that.
Well,
from-
and Hank is really who he is all the time authentically. And I think that Landry has a hard time.
He's a
been-
kaleidoscope. I'm getting a random. You just shake it up, and you get a random pattern at any given moment.
No, he's got agency.
So I can't. There's nothing for me to center on to take seriously.
Oh, so I'll
I
tell
can't
you how to
tune
Landry.
into whatever the substance is if it's
Yeah.
Break it down, Hank.
So Landry's pretty much like me, but he's not autistic. That's
he's
all.
Yeah.
very much
He's
highly
anxious. He's
neurodivergent.
anxious.
He's very much like my ex. I have dealt with this personality type before, up close,
Well,
very
see,
intimately.
then there you go. There's a bias
God.
because he's a different person. He might be like them, but he's different.
It's not a bias when it's observational, where this person is saying and doing the exact same thing, and then you have another person saying and doing the exact same thing, and I'm observing a pattern of two people and the similarities between them.
No, Jeff's getting too worked up like TMO did. Except TMO actually has more control than Jeff does.
How is that a bias? That's
Because-
about as empirical as you can get in this situation.
No, it isn't. Not even close. There's a thing called typology. You could type them all out. That's more empirical than what. It's vibes, but I have no way to verify either way because I haven't met your ex. Like you can get more empirical, but well, it doesn't even take too many more steps. You can be way more empirical than you are. So
because they're different people, though.
But the behavior and the word are the same. So you can compare people if what you're comparing is identical across each person. Just like you can compare abuse patterns. You can compare like the drama triangle is independent.
Maybe you need to contrast instead. They'll find a difference.
If there's
Whoever's on
narcissists
it.
involved, they follow a pattern too. Narcissists do.
I want my intellect respected. I don't want to be accused of bias when I'm going out of my way to I'm aware of my bias. I'm aware of my past experience with other people similar. I'm trying to transfer the things very conscientiously and meticulously that makes sense to transfer, and I'm trying not to let the stuff that doesn't apply. I'm very carefully trying to do all of that, and it's coming across the complete opposite, and I'm getting frustrated because I'm being misread and misunderstood. And accused of something I'm not doing, and I hate that.
I'm not accusing you of anything. I'm just suggesting.
You said I was biased, and so you're not taking my observations seriously because you think they're coming out of some.
Well, yeah, you're biased, and I can't verify it. I can't verify your claims, so I'll stand by Zephyr's claim that you're biased. I mean, everyone hates their exes pretty much. Is my ex a narcissist? This is people live off of YouTube content like Dr. Ramani does. Is your ex a narcissist? Sam Batman. This is people. I mean, it's so common that's nearly a cliche.
Kind of emotional bias. I think you're enabling him. I think you're biased against him.
Okay,
I think you see him as needing more protection than he actually does because he's a grown adult, and you step in.
I guess it's not fallacious. It's not fallacious. I won't say it's a fallacy.
And you play that mother hero role with him.
Jeff,
he has a lot of people on here doing that for him.
Jeff, here's the thing. So you said you didn't understand him, but within the main said you did understand him, just like your ex. So which one was it?
I didn't understand my ex either. That was one of the problems. There was never a stable version of him that I could connect to. And I'm having the exact same experience with Landry. What I just described. There's no sense of a stable center to land on. Every time I interact, it's a random person. Combination of little traits that make a personality in the moment.
If you saw someone that was ENTP like you, how would you recognize them?
Want to say that again?
If you saw another ENTP, how would you recognize and ground them?
There's a lot of ENTPs that come here, and it's like we vibe and connect right away, and then we realize later on that we're ENTPs. And so I guess if I connect really easily with somebody off the start, like there's just this flow to a conversation, there's a high chance they might be an ENTP.
I asked that because usually ENTPs are hard to identify and ground. A lot of people have problems with that. Yeah, with ENTPs and also ENTJs. In fact, it's usually them can't ground each other, as far as I could tell. Because I had I actually got typed by talking with famous people and couldn't figure out my MBTI type. I figure out later with that ENTJ, at least according to my truity test. So. Oh, I gotcha.
Well,
But I also
I
don't
can,
think in MBTI terms, so I'm not really classifying people that way as I interact.
I stand corrected, Jeff. Apologies.
I mean, I want to be able to talk. I have a lot of experience with neurodivergence. I did it professionally. I have a lot of experience with this particular type because they've showed up in my life many times. I had a best friend, very similar. I had the ex. I had a roommate. I know another person in Seattle. So I have like 4 or 5 people that have very specific like clusters of traits that I've noticed that they all share in common. And I want to be able to talk about that and be taken seriously without being made it seem like it's a personal bias and I'm not seeing reality accurately.
Well, then you should use MBTI. Figure out what MBTI type they are. If assuming they're the same type, which I'm skeptical. I'm skeptical. Pick your favorite typology system. See if you can ground them. Find a pattern. Be more empirical than you are now. Otherwise, I would just agree with Zephyr. It's probably biased. You can convince me if you do the work. Do the work, cites your sources. You can sell me on it. But right now, I'm just gonna say bias.
When
No, I don't think
I
it's a
see
personal
bias
bias.
from everybody else toward this person. That's part of the dysfunction I'm trying to point out. It's not.
And just for the record, I benched both you. No, I benched Landry earlier. Never mind. But you never usually come here, so that's why I didn't bench you yet, Jeff. I bench people who watch my show. So, but since you did today, you got your wrench.
So much Landry. It's the power that Landry has to enlist people to enable his bad behavior, which is dysfunctional. And
doesn't
it's the
enlist me.
power he has to get other people to hand over their power to him.
Yeah, well, see, and he hasn't enlisted me or recruited me or.
Well, you
barely even talked-
were cupcaking for him the other day about what he did on my panel, like not showing up for the panel and publicly fucking me over by not showing up. You
How
were
did it
trying
fuck you
to make
over?
it seem like
See,
I
maybe you
didn't. I just don't understand and cut him some slack. He's this poor little half retarded disabled
No,
kid.
I don't think
he's
he's
not.
poor or half retarded. I know he's not. I think
He
he's
has a
like
lot of
totally-
power. He's very savvy. He knows what he's doing. He's getting exactly what he needs from this, which props to him. Y'all are the ones that are being made the fool, and I'm watching it happen. And there's a lot of other people on these streams that are seeing the same thing, and we're watching it happen. And these are people with backgrounds in this shit. I spent this whole channel trying to establish trust that I know what I'm talking about when it comes to mental health, neurodivergence, dysfunctional pattern, all of that stuff. And
well, there's a big issue here. No one knows what they're talking about when it comes to mental health because he didn't define the term yet. I think last time I talked to Jeff, he changed it to well-being, which I'm not sure that gets you too much further. Because I need to investigate what even well-being even means. But mental health, no one knows what they're talking about because he didn't define the term yet.
no one's taking me seriously, but it's going to
take you
turn out
seriously.
exactly like I have been saying. So all I have to do is wait.
Yeah. So
Okay.
But in the meantime, I don't want to have my speech.
Well, I'm not quite sure. I always say I'm a case. There's some people who do know what that means, but they tend to be critical theory people, and they would say mental health is how adapted you are to the capitalist system, the modernist capitalist neoliberal. They would say mental health is defined as how well you adapt to the modernist capitalist liberal system in the West. That's what they would say, and they're dead on people who defined mental health in a coherent way so far. So someone defined it. It's just not the people who use the term seriously.
Speech shut down or be painted a certain way when I try to talk about this stuff.
How am I
No, I don't want that either.
Moose, I was saying it how he comes across to other people in their mind.
Yes.
I mean, he's as retarded as the rest of us. I'm half retarded too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I called him
I
a troll to
definitely
his
am.
face. I think his and OTW Spikes is two clowns. I'm slapping.
But this he's very polarizing because I don't think I'm doing anything wrong or unhealthy. I'm acting exactly within the parameters of health that I set for this channel from the very start. And I'm being painted a certain way when I try to talk about it or make certain decisions based on my observations, based on my experience. I start to get pushback from this community over it. And that seems to me like enabling something that with my eye and my experience seems very unhealthy.
Maybe
And I'm
it
going
is
to fight.
something.
If you're going to make me the bad
No,
guy when I'm
no,
not,
I'm
then
not.
you have just made an enemy of me because I'm going to
No.
fight to defend my reality.
Okay, that's fine. You could do that, but I'm not your enemy and I'm not criticizing you now. What I wanted to say is I was going to say something that maybe it is my problem because I tend to lean towards unity and I like when people can get along.
Right, but you want to paper over dysfunction in the process.
No,
and
I
I
don't.
want
I don't
actual
want to do that.
unity where the dysfunction is addressed so that it has a healthy basis to grow on. Not
Okay.
just let's ignore the dysfunction and pretend and get along so everybody is happy and we have heart. That's a false harmony.
Jeff,
That's
That's
what I just
that's what it's
said.
called a pseudo community.
Yeah, so how do I address that dysfunction? Because I told him to his face that it was valid for him to skip the meeting, and I called him a troll to his face. So what
I
else
missed
can
some of
do?
that. I
No,
didn't
what
catch.
else you want me to do? I told him to troll to his face multiple times. I told him he should keep his schedule. I told him he should get Moose as a manager so he can keep his schedule. What else do you want me to do? What else can you conceive of me doing?
Well, I wasn't saying anything about you.
Right.
I don't have a problem with you.
Well, what else can I do then?
But Hank, you're also not the one going around like say like having false impressions of me. In fact, you seem pretty keyed into what's going on, just like I am, more or less. So my issue is not with you,
Okay.
at least in this situation. Good idea, Fatty. Physically, my chemicals are flowing, my adrenaline's pumping, my parts beating. My face is probably flushed. I'm very
Oh, okay.
reactive to being accused of something I'm not doing. I hate that shit. My family did it to me growing up. I was always getting in trouble for stuff that I had nothing to do with. I was the scapegoat. I was the very first person people would go to if anything was wrong. Jeff did it. Go find Jeff and start harassing and hassling him over it. And half the time it was not even stuff I was doing. And so I'm very sensitive to being accused of shit that I'm not doing, especially when I'm trying very hard to be faithful to reality. That's one thing I do on this channel. I think I've tried really hard to establish my commitment to getting at the truth of things and really understanding reality.
And I agree with you. I think
And when
you're
I
doing
try to
great.
do that and get painted a certain way, when that's not what I'm doing, I get angry.
Well, then my mistake.
Especially when it comes from
Sorry.
people.
Ooh, this is a weird StreamYard glitch we just discovered, Browns Boy. So even though you redacted your message on YouTube, it's still rendered on StreamYard. It didn't go straight back up to me. In fact, I can go ahead. So I'll prove it. So I'll highlight the message you redacted again because it still didn't go anywhere. But on YouTube, see it's gone. So this is just weird StreamYard stuff. Well, this is actually lower level. This is HTTP HTML stuff. So unless StreamYard tries a query for the whole page again, it's just not going to come back. It's not going to go anywhere. Okay, let's go back to Jeff till we get through this conversation. Then we'll go to Jack, me and Jack for the last
People that I think have an understanding of me.
Yeah, I get that. And I'm sorry, I did not mean to do that. I've done that a couple of times now, and I'm trying to figure out what.
And I think at the bottom of it, what I'm reacting to the most is it's trust. Like, do y'all not trust me? I thought we had
No,
trust. If y'all
I trust
trusted me,
you.
y'all wouldn't even be thinking this about me. So
I
it's
trust
like
you.
the subtext of all of this is there's some mistrust in me and more trust in your impression of these people.
Yeah, I want to reemphasize. Jeff suggests to go on Kendra G to find a date where he refuses to go on Kendra G himself to find a date. So, yes, I don't trust you on that. You won't eat your own dog food, Jeff. Plus, none of us, nobody in our network has any success from Kendra G that we know of so far. So you want me to be the tip of the spear and go where no one, at least in our community, has gone before and had success. So the answer is, I don't feel like it. I don't trust it. But if you trust it, do it yourself. Show us how it works.
No, I trust you. I don't have to agree with you always to trust you.
No,
really.
nobody has to agree with me. I am willing to let reality play itself out. I'm confident in my take on it.
And I will be the first person
But
to say you
the
were right.
only thing that will prove any of it is just time.
Yeah. Yeah, and this isn't my first rodeo, so I'm sure that if and I've been wrong so many times before, I'm sure that it'll be fine.
But
either way.
I'm not trying to do anything sinister or malicious here. I didn't want any of this outcome at all. I'm not the one that created the situation. I wanted everything to be harmony and growth and for like everything to work out. And because it didn't, that is.
Brownsboy says he knows a super huge glitch with YouTube to StreamYard that he can't share. Was it can't or can? It's so simple and useful that I can't tell you. I'll figure it out myself. Thanks for letting me know. I'll figure it out myself. And that's what they mostly make me do. Make me figure out myself.
It's not on me, and I feel like I'm the one being scapegoated for something that the other person should be taking responsibility for, and that is the dysfunction.
And if it's the one where you can, and I did enable authentication in my StreamYard instance because I know one of those glitches. So enabling authentication prevents one of those. Now figure out the other one. Oh yeah, you can overlay to prevent Zoom bombers. So like you can overlay this and keep everyone backstage. That's nice to know. You can overlay a picture or just a stream, a share, and that will cover up that will prevent any Zoom bombers. Even if you, I think, with the overlay stay if I leave and come back. Yeah, if you do a special overlay, it won't change back. But if we do the generic overlay, it will change. Like if I go back to generic, if I remove myself and come back, it will go back to showing. Only clue, I think you can figure it out, but I need to figure it out. Yeah, I can totally figure out your. I can totally find a glitch in StreamYard. You can trust me in that. I'll find maybe not the one you're talking about, but I can definitely find some glitches in StreamYard. It won't take too long. It won't be too much effort.
Functional dynamic right there that I'm trying to point out.
So what would be taking responsibility for it in your observation?
Let me go through if I would do it. Wait, Moose, you think this is a troll?
I don't know.
No, because Moose, I trust Moose on this. Am I being trolled? I don't. It doesn't seem like a troll. It seems like Zephyr is legitimately trying to understand. I don't think Hank's trolling. Or maybe are you talking about the chat?
Chat,
okay.
Chat
I'm kind of just letting them go.
Yeah, chat don't matter.
So if I did it, if that happened to me, first of all, I would have handled it completely differently. I would have communicated with the person, and we were communicating all morning, so the lines were already open. I would have left the panel because I know it's the responsible thing to do, and my commitment is to what I said my commitment was. But let's assume for whatever reason I didn't break away. I had a good reason in my mind for not doing it. Here's where I get stuck. The person's in the chat room telling, hey, we have a meeting. Hey, I'm down here. Hey, are you coming? I would have a very hard time not addressing that person and saying, oh, dude, give me 1 second. Or look, I'm in a really heated conversation. I'd like to finish it. Can we do 10 minutes? I would at least acknowledge and communicate with the person in the chat trying to remind me that it's time for the appointment. I didn't even get that. And so it's hard for me to say how to repair it when the psychology that led to it in the first place is so different from what I would have done. If I did, like say you came in and you're like, Jeff, we're supposed to meet. We're doing a stream. Where are you? and I saw you, and I'd be like, oh shit, I have that stream with Zephyr. I can't imagine not acknowledging you, but let's pretend I did. It's Zephyr. I have the stream. I don't have time to pay attention to her right now. I'm too locked into this fight. Blah 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 blah. Afterwards, I would feel like shit.
Well, and I would hope
I would
that
feel like I completely fucked up the friendship, the relationship, and I would be willing to take whatever consequence you thought appropriate. If
you'd
you're
face
like,
it in
Jeff,
a
I'm
court.
pissed off at you and never want to talk to you again, I'd be like, I can't blame you. I understand
Yeah.
why. I completely fucked. I would own it. I would take responsibility.
Yeah.
I would not make it seem like it was something about you. You should
Yeah,
have
is that
been
what he
this.
did?
You should have done this. You didn't understand this. You fell short here. You did. I would own what I did.
So he didn't do that
And
with you?
I would feel bad about it. And I would find out from the person if there's any way to repair that. I wouldn't make other people fight my battles. I wouldn't sit there and project and gaslight and deflect while people circle the wagons around me to defend me, so I don't have to do it myself and take the responsibility and face my actions.
Where did
That
this
is how
happen?
I, as a man, would handle it. And I would feel better about myself handling it that way. I would feel more in line with myself, more integrity.
Yeah, this is actually a big issue. So, so you think you value integrity, but here's the thing that's weird. So he doesn't, and he has no problems. He's married. He's married. He doesn't, at least by your evaluation of value integrity, he's married. He has at least one kid. He probably has another one on the way. So both of you, when it comes to modeling your relationship advice, you need to explain that before I could take any of your advice all that seriously. You need to explain how this works. You need to be able to explain how Landry's married, has a kid. Yeah, explain how Snafu has a kid somehow, or I can't really take your model seriously. Neither of you. Otherwise, it's just an ad hoc explanation that has nothing to do with the universe and how it functions. The best I can come up with is just the blue pill model. Everyone has their own preference. You can't find a trend, but at least it explains it. And if you say it's something else can reach this value, well, yeah, you have to explain why those other people have different values apparently.
Yeah. Where did this happen? You went to go find him, or
I pulled up. No, I was just pulling up YouTube to kill time, thinking he would show up. I didn't even expect to see him on a panel, and it was either Flow or OTW or one of the big panels, and he was on it with TML, and they were in this heated debate. And TML was even trying to wrap it up. TML was even saying, "Hey, Landry, we can wind this down. Let's do this. We could do this another day." And everybody was trying to ease him off the stream so he could meet with me, because he acted. This is another thing. He acted one way to my face, like he was really into what we were talking about. He wanted to do this channel. This is where his commitment was, and his actions were saying something completely different. I kept telling people, he's saying this, but it looks to me like this other thing is the truth. And people were like trying to downplay and, oh, well, just give it, let's see what. And I was pretty certain I was seeing what I thought I was seeing. And once again, reality proved me right, because that's exactly where his loyalty and commitment was that day. And so the second thing I would do was I would acknowledge the person's perception. I would say, Jeff, you are 100% right. I am more invested in this panelverse than your channel. I'm sorry I misled you. I don't know why. I thought I wanted to do your channel, but I can't break out. I'm a dick. Whatever the reason, I would validate the person's reality and not gaslight. Like, what are you talking about? Of course I want to do your channel. What, you think just because I'm hanging out on this panel that I'm not prioritizing your channel? Dude, what's wrong with you? Give me a little faith. Give me a little, that's bullshit abuser tactics. That's gaslighting. That's Darvo. That's manipulation. That's victim blaming. That's enabling. I am alert to all that bullshit. I've been living with it my whole life. I work with it professionally. I study it professionally. I have an eye for it. I'm not wrong about this stuff. You can get any psychologist in here to study it. They're going to tell you the same thing.
No, hold on. I'm holding you to that. I want you to get a psychologist in here to validate that claim. I'm going to hold your ass to that. I want to hold your ass to that. In fact, let me timestamp this. I'm holding your ass to that. Oh, where's the time? Oh yeah. Let me add a note. Whoops.
That's Darvo, that's manipulation, that's victim blaming, that's
What the hell does Darvo even mean? I need to look that up. Yeah, see you later, Venus. I don't know what Darvo even means.
about. Of course, I want
Yeah.
to do your channel. What you think? Just because I'm hanging out on this panel, that I'm not prioritizing your channel, dude? You know what's wrong with you? Give me a little faith. Give me a little. That's bullshit. Abuser tactics. That's gaslighting. That's Darvo. That's manipulation. That's victim blaming. That's enabling. I am alert to all that bullshit. I've been living with it my whole life. I work with it professionally. I study it professionally. I have an eye for it. I'm not wrong about this stuff. You can get any psychologist in here to study it. They're going to tell you the same thing. Again, it's that trust. Why do y'all not trust that I know what I'm talking about here?
I'm
Because
convinced.
y'all need to protect your bond with this guy because for some reason your ego is tied up in it. It's an
No.
ego bonding thing.
It's not. I'm not ego bonded with him at all. And I think that you are.
Or it's
in
some
fact,
kind of an enmeshment thing because you were one of the people enabling him to not handle it the way I
enabling?
just.
Yeah, I'm going to hold you to that, Jeff. But yeah, if Landry's performing Darvo and he's married, then there's a possible link between, I can't prove it yet, but abuser tactics and getting hitched. There may be a trend. We need a study on this. And and I know psychologists cost all money, so we can raise some money. But I want to actually get that shrink in here. He said you can get the shrink. If we can get the shrink, we can probably raise some money. But I'm definitely gonna hold you to that claim.
Just described. I watched you do it on chat, telling me how I should be more understanding and this and that. And
I was just hoping.
I'm like, why are you enabling this kid? Let him take responsibility and fight his battles. That's what a man would do for another man.
Okay. Well, I'm not a man. I'm sorry. That's probably the problem.
or anybody, but particularly like with the men's. This is supposed to be a space specifically for men to help each other become better men. And I'm trying to put forth what I think is the manly way to handle it.
Yeah, well, I think you know more about it than I do. Absolutely. And I was just being a girl.
It seemed that's a good point because what this seems to play on is that maternal sense of a vulnerable person that needs protecting. They need that mother.
And I always default to the air on the
And
side of caution.
I see him differently. I don't see him as that at all. I see him as a very smooth operator. And I think people that see him that way are being smoothly operated themselves.
Well, I find him very.
And he doesn't try it
entertaining.
with me because he knows the bullshit's not going to work with me. That's why you don't see many conversations and interactions with me and Landry of Landry trying that with me. He's not flipping me. He's not doing the beta flip on me because he can't. He's not getting me to hand over power to him because he can't. So none of his default maneuvers work on me. But watch the people they do work on and watch him do these moves on the different panels he goes to.
We need to figure out if they work on me. That'd be interesting. If I had a bet, I would say yes. I would say they do work on me. I mean, I just gave him a wrench today, so if I would have to bet, if I had a bet, I would say yes, they do work on me. Yes. So Landry pissed Jeff off because he missed the meeting with Jeff on his panel to argue if the machine lies on OTW. I would stream that, but OTW is an asshole who privates all his videos unless he's trying to enable Officer Snaps to attack me. But that's not privates. He paywalls them to an absurd amount, which is runs the same thing. So this OTW's an asshole, and he's desperate. So he puts them behind the paywall. So I would probably feature that. But Snafu wants to accuse me of grooming children without any evidence because he has just a voice changer. But that's okay. But that can come from behind the paywall. It's high priority. And it's been like 4 months since it happened. The police didn't even interview me yet because it's horseshit. Just like anything else from the former Keystone Cop crew before I took it over by force. But we know where OTW's priorities are. But Snaps isn't getting his SNAP benefits, so he's going to be really hungry, so he's not going to be very active. So now he's going back to doing something useful because he's not being influenced by Snafu Snaps. I guess the posed chairman of the bum sector.
This is all observable for yourself. This is not Jeff making shit up. You can see it.
No.
yourself.
As a matter of fact, I'm very interested in going back and watching the interactions because it also I have the interest in TML as well. And I know
the thing to really watch is the stream before that he did with me where we set all of this up. So watch how he's painting it to me. And then watch the contrast with the TML show, and then tell me what to believe, whether to believe what he was telling me or whether to believe what I watched on the TML show.
And that's why I call Landry a troll. Is just stuff like this, like for example, Landry was supposed to give me a tool to help me find that clip where Jack Talcott was told by Bethesda to change his password. And he said sure. I found a different tool. But this is maybe it's his ADHD. I don't know. But that's why I call him a troll. Because I mean he's trying to co-create, then he gets into conflicts, and then he has content. So and Brownsboy says, yeah, if you have a meeting, you should make it and not try to make LARP lies about TML. Yes. And that's what I said. Moose has been in management for a really long time. You should have Moose help him get to his meetings on time.
Yeah, I will do that for sure.
The beta flip is Landry showing up at all these alpha panels and having these guys say, Landry, I'm onto your game. I'm not working with you. I'm not tolerating your bullshit. That's a hard no. I'm drawing a boundary. And then 10 minutes later, Landry, oh my God, and you better take down your videos. I'm not working with someone that puts videos like that of me up. I'm a man and I'm standing my ground and I'm setting a boundary.
Jeff's calling out OTW, but not calling him out by name. But yeah, Landry's a troll. I will work with him anyways. Because at least he's entertaining. But I want to pound his technology stack. I won't. Since I can't get the tools I need from him. So I work with him, but I want not to pound his technology stack.
And then 15 minutes later, oh my God, Landry, of course I'll work with you. I would love to work with you. And the videos, dude, you don't have to take them down. Please keep them up. They're your artwork, dude. That is the beta flip. He gets these aspiring alphas to hand over their power to him. It like within minutes. It happens like this. I've seen it happen 3 or 4 times by now.
What? Whose typology system is that? What they call his ass? What was his name? No, I know he's a writer. What was his name? Alphabet Sigma. What was his name? I'll just play the video. I'm gonna look up. I know this guy, but I forgot the name.
Well, I really don't think
And I honestly have to give him his props. He's as somebody who appreciates good gamesmanship, and if this was a reality show, Landry is winning this game. He's outplaying all of you. And if this were Survivor or Big Brother and he gets to the end, he's getting my vote.
I don't think that he's I'm not a beta or an alpha. I'm a sigma.
A sigma. That's what I am. That's another thing. I'm a sigma. So I don't this beta alpha stuff, I don't even see all. I see it from the outside.
Yeah. That's kind of how I am too. And I think that I understand that in a moment of mistake that I made, I guess, in saying what I said, I was trying to get to the root of the problem. I wasn't saying that was what you were. That was just my projection, most likely. And I stand corrected.
All right. Well, just I said my piece on that, and I think we're good. I take you at your word. And as far as the Landry thing, he's not here, so I think I've said my piece. I wanted to get my take on it out because people keep mischaracterizing it, and now that that's done, I think we can move on from
I'm
Landry.
just not going to ever mention him again.
One thing I will say, 2 things about Landry to his credit. The dude writes fire-ass lyrics. His lyrics are good.
Yeah, I agree.
He legitimately is a good lyricist. And Landry hasn't really, as far as I know, talked about me, trashed me, gone around saying stuff about me. He hasn't gone to other streams and spreading stuff. So he's I told him to leave what I'm doing alone.
Probably coming soon since I'm restreaming talking about it. So it's coming soon, Jeff. Just send him my way. I'll deal with him. But let's get to Jack now. I can find a reference. No, I know I have an account in stupid wiki, but I don't use it because his wiki's garbage. But I forgot his name. But I know he's right wing. I know he's bold, but I don't know what. I forgot his name. Let me check. I'll get back to him. Should I make notes? It's probably not that big of a deal. I'll make a note. I'll get back to it. Okay, I added a note to the description. I'll go ahead and look that up and figure out who invented that typology system and get back to you on that. So let's give it back to Jack. Yes. Bounce Boy says, Yo, Hank Oflemo, Jack admit he's in coach. Yeah, Hank, Jack admitted he's in coaching classes with someone from the CIA recently. I promoted a video from a CIA person because of reference typology. So am I any better? No. In fact, should I link that vid? I probably will link that vid. Let me look that. Let me let Jack go, and I'll link that vid too.
For them, that's exactly what boot camp does. So, to what extent was my mind programmed? I don't know. I bought into it for a while. Excuse me. And excuse me, I've got some indigestion, something. What's the energy returning, Stephen?
Fantastic energy, royal energy. What's your energy? I'm having some lamb chops right now. Delicious. Lamb chops and beef ribs and some rice and salad. Glorious. What's your energy, Jack? Are you still listening to the crowd? Is the crowd still chirping in your ear?
No.
Would you say you think for yourself, or you just go by popular opinion? Which is it? Curious.
Do I go by popular?
I didn't find the interview, but I found the channel. This is the CIA agent I linked a video for a couple months back. I will link his channel in the description. But I'm not going to add him. I don't have any business with him at the moment. Let's get back to Jack. So King Stephen says he has royal energy. No, it says he has cuck energy. He's totally beta.
Opinion. Well, I go by the facts. And so,
what are the facts, Jack?
It's not really coming through. The private chat from King Stephen. Juvenile, you need to mature. See, backstaging is weak. And juvenile, that's you. I haven't harassed anyone.
You claimed I did, and I didn't have a chance to respond. You make claims when people are not on stage. I think that's weak.
King Stephen, you did that to me, you idiot. I mean, you backstaged me 100 times on one show. So King Stephen, you just you're a hypocrite. I actually agree with that. That is a fatal flaw. And I think there's a link between a billionaire and PDF that's the shrinks won't tell you about. They don't care.
Let me continue. Stephen, you failed to see that you were harassing me from the back chat. I haven't harassed anyone. And you continue projecting, liar. But I will expose you. Jack, you made an enemy today. Bitch, you're fake, a fraud. Just like Jake the Fake, You are a coward. Bitch, I see you.
Yeah, the harassing, you said I harassed Jake. I wasn't talking about you. I was talking about you made the claim that I harassed Jake, the fake. He's harassed me, actually. He's made videos on me, but I don't sit around crying about it. I think bitches sit around and cry and backstage and play these demon games. Men face each other. Are you going to be a man, Jack Talcott, or what are you going to be? You going to be a juvenile bitch, or are you going to be a man?
I'm going to be me, and you're going to be gone. And you're not welcome to return today, Stephen, because you're showing yourself to be a clown. And it's fascinating. Yeah, Sammy Arpole, for those others who want to encourage Stephen as the best co-host, feeding into his delusions. Come on, guys. This guy is nuts, man. Stephen, I've been tolerating him, like I said. But here's something, brothers and sisters. This story's about Jack Talcott. So settle in, buckle up. If you can enjoy the journey with my mind and my words, then you get it. But you don't have to get it. You don't have to get me at all. But I encourage you, don't bet against me. Don't underestimate me. Because I got plenty of people doing that already. And I got a heart. I'm going to prove them wrong. Because the truth is on my side of who I am and what I do, what I stand for.
You'll see about that.
The wholeness from liberation, liberating yourself from the foolish choices of the past. Stephen seems reluctant to do so. He wanted to continue testing me. And this is what I don't understand. That's not wise. Why would it be considered wise to go against and to test a man of faith? Right? Because first you're dismissing my claims and you're dismissing my faith.
Oh, because that's what the Bible says, Jack. That's actually in the Bible. Let's go ahead and find that verse again. So, John 1:4. This is English Standard Version. This is the first one to come up. Test the spirits. Beloved, do not believe every spirit, but test the spirits to see whether they are from God. For many false prophets have gone out into the world. By this, you know the Spirit of God. Every spirit that confesses that Jesus Christ has come in the flesh is from God. And every spirit does not confess Jesus from God. It's not from God. Yeah. This is the spirit of the Antichrist, which you heard was coming and now is in the world already. Little children, you're from God and have overcome them, for he is in you is greater than he who is in the world. They are from the world, therefore they speak from the world, and the world listens to them. We are from God. Whoever knows God listens to us. Whoever is not from God does not listen to us. By this we know the spirit of truth and the spirit of error. So yeah, so that's why the Bible says to test the spirits for false prophets. That's why. Where are we?
Then you're counting my words as having no value whatsoever. And then you're gambling that you know me better than me. Brothers and sisters, we have, I didn't know he was missing. Jeff Doherty got his YouTube.
No, I didn't clip it, but I know Jack said to me many times that he knew me better than I knew myself. We'll see at the debate how good we know me or the topic. Well, okay. Yeah, fine. Chat. But that's your magnum opus. Please just do better. You can do better than just chats.
YouTube channel back. Another atheist guy, but I admired a lot of things about him, his ability to communicate and his ability to produce. But he wasn't interested in what I have to say. And it's let's go beast mode. I don't want to be beast mode, man. Hey, were you there? I didn't know. Oh, thank you. Thank you. Yes, I was in the Zoom. I tried joining him earlier today, but I didn't understand what was going on. And JT, that's James True. There's many people I found on YouTube and online. They fascinate me. There's a lot of amazing people, and we are. Earlier, I was talking about allowing yourself, giving yourself permission to shine with authenticity, to be you brightly, energetically, positively, right? With enthusiasm, be you. It's what the world is waiting for. It's why you're here. The words for me are in line with you to some degree, right? While we're each on our own paths. If you're tuning in to me, then there's a reason, there's a connection of some sort. So take from me what you want, allow the rest to fade away, right? Pick up what is true for you and hold it close for you and let the rest go. Hey, we've got another guest here, and one who I truly do appreciate far more. Welcome back, Hank. How are you today, my friend?
I'm doing well. How are you doing, Jack?
I'm truly feeling blessed. I truly am.
Jack, can you believe that there's people on the internet that are trying to tell us who we're allowed to talk to, trying to gatekeep us? That's ridiculous.
It's the devil inside. It's the insecure aspect of us, Hank. This is something I've recognized. You can see the patterns, especially with people online. You can see they're acting as a victim, but they're pretending to have some power, and they're fighting for control. Now, why are they fighting for control? Because they feel like a victim. And they feel like a victim because they keep losing control in their efforts to fight for control. Does that make sense?
Oh, it makes perfect sense to me.
Well, so this is what I've been trying to figure out. How do you convince a victim to stop perpetrating their victim status? They're perpetuating their victim excuse. And it's always just one more battle, one more argument, one more time. What do you think?
Yeah. There's some people just go to places they hate, they want to be in, just complain. They said, change the channel, boy. Just change the channel. You don't need to just be stuck in a place you don't like. There's millions of things you can watch on YouTube, and I just don't get it.
There is lots of options. Hey, Bex, if that is you, our prayers are for you, for your health, emergency surgery, and please, for those who have found such, yes, let's back off. Have some compassion. And holy cows, let me see, is this? No, I'm pretty sure this is not real, but I'm going to explore what it is. Is this Jake the Awake?
Hey, what's up, Skid Mark?
Yeah, it's a clown boy for sure. Little boy Steven. He feels so empowered with his stupid games.
He knows how to play this game better. All he needs to do is copy off of my homework. Come on, listen.
Hey, Hank, I'm not sure specifically, but that's a problem of the prideful. They will not learn from those who they judge. But those who you judge, your enemy is the best one for you to learn from because they're different than you. They're the most different than you. So understand them to understand a different side of you. That's why we're created the way that we are. Make sense?
Yeah. And take the enemy seriously when they have credence. Maybe they have a point.
I suggest listen to everyone because we don't want to overlook things. That's something I've had to learn I've had to grow in my willingness to listen. I still have it sometimes, but I've been learning how to not interrupt people as often. Something I've been working to do. And that comes down to being more patient. And if you think about the spiritual aspect of life, the Holy Spirit, the Spirit is beyond time. It's ageless. It's eternal. We can align with the spirit of life, which is timeless and eternal, and its power comes from within. So we just pay attention to what we're consuming mentally, emotionally, physically, right? Nutritionally. What are we consuming in our mind, our spirit, our body? Because if you don't pay attention to what you're bringing in, you may not be paying attention to what's coming out. That's what's happening in the world, Hank. People are hypnotized and they're asleep. They don't think about what they're saying, and they don't think about what they're consuming. I used to live that way.
I'm glad you're living better. But for King Stephen, we watched the show from Sunday. This show, your favorite show, we watched the Sunday show, and then hopefully you can act better.
All right. I'm not sure what you mean about the Sunday show.
So today, your show you did on Sunday, he needs to be watched that. Then you can do better.
Thank you. You know, this life we're living, I have, as I've said, I've been honest and authentic, tried to explain my intentions, tried to explain my words. God is with us all. I said something earlier, one of my notes from today. Your struggle has the meaning you assign it. You tell the stories of you. Think about that truth. How I tell the stories of me, you tell the stories of you. But the stories we tell, people have a tendency to exaggerate. That's for sure. Andy, Ligmail, contribution, blessings, and for the great wishes. Let's share that for everyone. Anyone tuning in and finding these words, may endless fortune rain upon you. May the blessings be abundant and the joy be overwhelming. Those things are available for us. Overwhelming joy, an abundance of blessings. Those things are available when we align with love. And that's the message of Jesus. There's a topic I had recently, an idea I was considering recently, I should say. How do I do this? Regarding the absence of love from the law. The laws of today, whether it's employment law, family law, there's love missing in the law. And this is something I've said a long time ago. When we use only logic, and it's only logic that justifies this corrupted money system, if we use only logic, it's destructive, it's painful. But if we bring love into the equation, if we bring love and logic together, if we bring love and law together, well, then we'll have justice. Love in public is justice. That's what I heard someone say at one point. I thought that was pretty beautiful. Justice is public love.
Well, some people interpret it as public hate, but that's because they're not loving themselves.
This is a world, yes, the world we live in, self-worth, low self-worth. It's remnants of, well, the sinful nature, the conditioning of the idea of a sinful nature, it's conditioning of past slavery mindsets. The mindsets, we are alive today through the development of communication technology. We're living at a precipice in the development of humanity. We can go one of many ways, but the path I see us going is that mankind in the Western world, while we still have freedoms, we unite together with justice and righteousness in mind. We get control of the government systems, the corporate systems, the banking systems, all these systems of rule, right? The beasts of rule that have risen from the land and the sea, riding on the, being ridden by the harlot on the back. This is all dealing with state and corporate greed, man.
So I have a question. No one I saw asked you yet. What do you think about so-called luxury goods?
Having a tax on luxury goods, or just luxury goods in general?
Luxury goods in general.
This is another thing that I believe has been distorted, because luxury can be defined and described in many different ways. To some degree, I live in luxury today. I have access to resources, spices, and foods that weren't available to people in the past. The comforts I get to experience in my modest small apartment, my modest life, I live a life of luxury compared to those who are living in the wilderness, right? So luxury goods is kind of open to interpretation. And then as far as value, for me, value comes from its practicality, its usefulness. Some things do have a usefulness just because they are unique and finely crafted. But I believe that we can do a better job collectively, mankind. We can bring tradesmanship and actual pride back into the craftsmanship of the products that go to people. We can overcome the patterns of planned obsolescence and the mind control advertising, trying to get the hamster wheel spinning, get the consumers buying the next product, buying the next drama. I think we can change it. I'm pretty sure that's why we're here. I know it's why I am.
I agree. No further questions at this time, Jack. I'll check in on you later.
Much love to you, my friend.
Keep on prepping. Hope you find a good venue.
Yes. Well, I'm hopeful. Powder Dusty will come through for that. And you know what I'm talking about with Hank, there are more future conversations coming up. So stay tuned. And if you haven't subscribed to Hank yet, please do. I don't see you dropping your channel much in there, but you're welcome to, brother.
No, I don't necessarily want everyone to come to my channel. If they really want to come there, they'll figure out where to find me.
Fair enough. I can respect that for sure. All right. Thank you, my friend. And you know, actually, I do not need to continue running. I think I may have shared through many of my ideas.
That wasn't the video I was looking for. Oh, well, I need a break. We're ending this stream. I'll start another one if I feel like it. I need to go through my... I need to check through some of these... what's that called? These transcripts. That wasn't the one I was looking for. And obviously we don't have a venue. Otherwise we would just follow through. Or maybe I'm dragging my feet. Let's go if I'm dragging my feet. I want to destroy him in the opening. So I'm dragging my feet. I want those clips. So we're going to end it for now. I'm hungry. Maybe I'll come back today. I'm not sure. That's not the right thing.